My cat every single May 4th. I almost misspoke there. R.I.P. R.I.P. the fucking cat. I hate my ex.
He's dead?
No, he's alive, but he has to live with my bitch of an ex fucking girlfriend, and you know that just sounds like death, anyways. Welcome to LolCow Crypt. It's the morning show. It's the podcast of the LCU. We survived another weekend. Let's play that music. Let's get the Diddy oil out.
You can always look at this, like, your girlfriend has to clean the poop of your cat up every May 4th, too.
Okay. Alright.
Already know. Loca, vato loco, come chill with the crew. Couple wild cholos, yeah, we breaking the rules. Down in the crib where the echoes all boom. Trying through the LCU, make a legend real soon, make a legend real soon, make a legend real soon, make a legend real soon. Loca, vato locos, candle low, lights dim. Laughing at the world while the walls cave in. From the shadows to the stage, yeah, we all break through. Grip door slam, screaming LCU. Posted in the crib where the air stay cold. Concrete dreams and the stories get bold. Graffiti on the walls, time stuck on pause. Laugh track bouncing off the outlaw laws. TechProtect with the circus on lock. Brain wild like a glitch in the block. Talking big plans, scheming real loud. Laugh now, cry, let the whole room go proud. P.O. rolling in, combo sharp. Eyes like a spark in the middle of dark. Every word land heavy, every bar got weight. Underground kings, yeah, we tempting fate. Loca, vato loco, come chill with the crew. Couple wild cholos, yeah, we breaking the rules. Down in the crib where the echoes all boom. Tryna throw the LCU, make a legend real soon. Loca, vato locos. Shadows on the wall from the jokes to the chaos. Yeah, we love it all. Hands up, fists high, screaming who's who. Whole crib chanting back LCU. Late night laughter, echo chamber vibes. Memes turn myth when the moment arrives. They said we fade, we just multiplied. Turn side Alex into battle cries. Crib so loud with the bassline hum. Old school soul with the snap of a drum. Culture stitched in the rhyme and the tone. Brown pride pulse in the mirror and bone. No gold chains, but the weight still heavy. Truth in the jokes, yeah, the edge stay ready. From throwaway laughs to a flag we flew. Turn low in the legend that's LCU. Candles flicker, walls breathe. Hold the ground move when the beat hit freeze. Laugh through the madness, dance with the doom. Every step echo boom.
Boom, boom, boom.
Vato loco, come chill with the crew. Couple wild cholos, yeah, we breaking the rules. Down in the crib where the echoes all boom. Tryna throw the LCU, make a legend real soon, make a legend real soon, make a legend real soon, make a legend real soon.
Pop, 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 pop.
Loca, vato loco. Loca, vato loco.
Very sigh
Night stay
down
raw
to it
from the
toward the
crib
end
to the
of it.
cloud, breaking every law. Say it real loud if you know it's true. Vato loco forever.
LCU.
TechProtect.
TechProtect.
P.O.
Who's that?
LolCow Crypt. Certified. LCU till the lights go out.
Hello, everybody. We are back at it again. LolCow Crypt in the AM for the West Coast. Still in the AM, I think, for the East Coast. You know, we double down this AM. We're double dicking AM for you here this morning. Jaffe, I see you're trying to put your camera on last minute. How are you?
I'm excited.
Oh, wait, welcome.
I'm excited.
Welcome. Good morning. Wings.
Hello.
You look like you just got done harvesting some wheat in Stardew Valley. How's it going?
Yeah.
He looks
I
more
suck
like
ass
he's
at Stardew
praying with
Valley.
Jebediah and Ezekiel to the old gods. So,
Ooh, who are the
Did I ever
old
tell
gods?
the story about this hat?
churning
No.
butter, you
What's-
know, the Amish.
What's the story behind
This
that?
is an authentic. This is authentic Amish hat I bought in upstate New York, and it's another COVID story because I got COVID on the way up to New York the first time.
Okay.
So like, there's this whole big deal. Like, I didn't go to Niagara Falls with my wife because I'm like, oh, I feel bad. Feel terrible. I'm gonna lay in bed, and I didn't want to go to Niagara Falls. I go, I'm fine. It's just some water over some rocks. So I felt bad about not going to Niagara Falls with her. So I'm like, all right, let's go to Amish country. You want to go see the Amish people? We'll go see the Amish people. So we go up to the Amish country, and I got COVID-19 at this point. I don't know it. But I'm up there with all the Amish country,
All right.
and there's this young Amish man staring at me. He had never quite seen a gentleman of my size and stature at this point in his life. And I was reciprocating. I was staring right back at him because I had never seen a young man that looked like him with his haircut. So we were just sitting there in the store staring at each other, and I reach over and I buy a hat, try to break the ice.
There you go. Jeffy, I like to look at the Amish like, zoo attractions myself. Have you ever seen the Amish?
I saw a movie with Harrison Ford with the Amish, and then I saw the video with Weird Al, Amish Paradise.
That's
It's
Gangster
like, yeah, the music
Paradise.
video.
Okay.
Well,
Amish Paradise was
it's-
his
Okay.
Yeah.
parody.
But that's pretty much my whole thing.
Funny enough, I ran off one of the interns from the original LolCow Crypt because I was talking about the Amish. Did you know about this? I did a full expose here on Crypt back in, I think, December, where I talked about the fact that there's so many crimes in the Amish community, and women get like sexually abused like 8 times more often by Amish men than like regular men in society abuse women normally. And I was like, there's resources, there all this. And there's a lady named Candy in the LCU. She's an intern that floats around. She's a past meth addict. I think she's currently an alcoholic. She fucks her boyfriend, who she calls the IT man. And her boyfriend fucks the boyfriend's wife. And then the wife fucks her boyfriend, who's not the IT man. And the IT man and the other boyfriend fuck as well. It's a weird... Like they have like a trouble sex thing going on, and then Candy also fucks one of them. So I don't know. It's an interesting little relationship dynamic.
So why? So she was just upset the Amish had bad stats, so she left.
She was mad that I was like, there's like resources available. If you are a victim of this, you can reach out. They have like Uber with like a horse and buggy to get you out of the sexual abuse relationships. You blow like a Amish rape whistle, and they'll send a horse, kind of like something Pegasus from Hercules. And she was pissed. She was like,
I'm gonna tell you what I was pissed about with the Amish.
Tell me.
I assumed that the Amish had like, I know there was like some bullshittery they had, like, oh, they couldn't own a diesel tractor, so like they paid every dollar for a tractor except the last dollar, and they made like the dealership hold the title, and they never paid that last dollar, shit like that, right? Because they're not allowed to own the tractor, but they can still use it.
Yeah.
I went up to and bought like gifts and stuff from like their shops, and they like make handmade gifts like out of spoons and stuff like that. Well, the shop I went to, he had a fucking Duramax truck. He had like those God, what slipping my mind, the things that track the sun, that capture the sun's energy. What are those called?
Solar panels?
Dyson
Solar
sphere?
panels, yeah, solar panels.
Oh, okay.
A Dyson
He had
sphere.
solar panels on his house. He had like a fucking tractor. He had a Duramax truck. I'm like, I'm surprised he didn't have like direct TV. I'm like, and they're like, oh, there's different levels of the Amish. Like there's the authentic Amish, and then there's us. I'm like, what's the difference between us and the authentic Amish other than y'all both get the tax exemption and shit like that?
Okay. Go ahead.
I just like, I saw his bullshit that like, oh, they have all these like religious exemptions and they still just living like normal people up there.
Well, I mean, that's all of the religion. That's the Scientologists. That's all the we've talked about this before. I'm almost certain, but the tax exemptions for all religions need to go away. I think it's absolutely goofy. Certainly, as we've said, if your particular sect or your religion has been caught doing something really bad, you probably need to get a bit of a timeout for your tax exemptions for at least 2 years. That seems to be a fair kind of way to do it. It's like you diddle some kids, that's really bad. You're going to jail, and no more tax exemptions for 2 years. But who knows?
Well, speaking of religious people just got out of jail, you guys see that the old Dr. Dinosaur just recently got out and he's back to his old ways.
Who's Dr. Dinosaur?
Yeah, what is a Dr. Dinosaur?
Let me give his real name. Kent Hovind. Kent Hovind was a guy that was like a young Earth creationist, and he basically believes like the Earth only 6,000 years old, and like humans live with dinosaurs, and he helped like create like the Ark that happened, like Answers with Genesis. He recently got out of jail for money laundering recently, and he's back to money laundering again.
Didn't he do a debate with Bill Nye the Science Guy on YouTube or something, and it blew up?
Not him.
I think of a different guy.
Ken Ham.
Okay.
Ken Ham was the guy who ran Answers with Genesis.
But aren't they kind of all the goddamn same? I mean, look, there might be people out there that actually believe the Earth is 6,000 years old, and that's fine. I mean, it's not very smart, but that's fine. But most of the people that are really like the guy who built the Ark, because that's here in Ramona, I think. We should go there, Tech. It's not that fucking far.
Ramona?
the Creationist Museum. I think it's Ramona.
I'll look it up.
Because one of the guys that used to work with me at Bartlett Jones lives like about a mile away from that place. And he may not have built the art, but he built the Creationist Museum that has the dinosaurs but the Ark, it may have the Ark as well. It might be the same guy.
Did you hear that the Ark got a water damage?
No.
And they tried to insure. Yeah, it got water damage, and they filed an insurance claim on it.
That it couldn't. It got fucking water damage. Is funny as fuck, Jaffe.
I understand. Yeah. I understand. Hang on. Let's go to the. I want to go to the Creationist Museum and see what's happening there.
I'm looking through right now. I'm still terrified to share my screen on Discord.
I'll do it.
I'll do it. Crash.
This is the Creation and Earth History Museum, right?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was reading up on this thing and I misspoke.
No. I mean tech, because he had the website up. Is that the one you're looking up? Santee, California.
I mean, yes, you brought up the reference of your coworker working or.
I understand. I'm saying, but you're saying you're afraid to bring it up. So I'm saying, is that the one?
Oh, the reason why I'm afraid is because my graphics card is not replaced yet, and I might lag the screen like I did before. So if you want to pull it up, pull it up.
Yeah, I'll pull up. Here it is. I saw, by the way, I guess this is a known fact or whatever, but that George Washington died before there was evidence of fossils and dinosaurs. So people in that era had no idea that there were dinosaurs, which I think is crazy. Yeah, here you go. This is Santee, California. The Creation and Earth History is dedicated to the biblical account of science and history. Come on, guys. There's a point where we just have to call bullshit. Wouldn't it be great if we just called bullshit like as a species and just said,
I kind of want to call bullshit on this page. It says the page was featuring Alan Smithy.
Alan Smithy? Where does it say that?
Scroll up. I seen it earlier. Right down a little bit. Right down to the next thing where it says mystery of.
That says by Alan Smith.
Oh, Alan Smith. Okay, I thought it said Smithy. I'm sorry.
You got movies on the brain, baby.
Yeah.
Come on now.
How are the movies this weekend?
Okay. I thought it was good to hang out as always with the community, but the movies themselves I thought were they were solid, I guess. I mean, we saw Us by Jordan Peele, which I had seen before. I personally don't feel that holds up on second viewing. Then we saw this movie called Malevolent. I enjoyed it for what it was. Not a great movie by any means, but I like Florence Pugh. I like haunted house stories. I like ghost stories. So, I was kind of a sure thing for being the audience, but it wasn't great. It was fine. That was my favorite one. And then we watched Skinwalker Ranch, which, it's a real B movie horror thing that goes in one ear and out the other. So it was a fun time, but I don't think they were great films. Not a single one of them.
Okay. And nothing to do with the fact that it's a black director for the first one.
Well,
no, because Get Out was great. Why does that even
matter?
Why
does that even matter?
Jordy. I say, Jordy, your buttons are being pushed, sir. He's pushing you. He's pushing your buttons. Cover them buttons up.
Speaking about,
otherwise he'll continue to push them.
Buttons being pressed. TTS is being lowered to $5.
We're going up and not let down.
They're putting it down, apparently.
Patty.3196 super chatted $10.
Whatever.
Good morning, gentlemen. Sorry to interrupt the conversation. Just wanted to say hi and tell Tech how much he is appreciated. Did you hear him singing yesterday morning, Mr. Jaffe?
All right, a couple of things. Number one, Trippy Savage, thank you first. Want to see A Wild Religion look at last Thursday. I don't know what that is. We'll talk about that. Patty, thank you so much for that very generous super chat. Yeah, look, first, don't apologize for interrupting the conversation. This is a very interactive show. We love it when you interrupt the conversation. Although I will tell you that fucking, if the TTS thing is going down, they're trolling. They have to be. It's awful. But that said, no, I don't really mind it when he sings. I think it's more, he gets really drunk, and he was up streaming LolCow Crypt Saturday early morning. And
At Melissa Duncan 7126 super chatted $10. Have you ever pondered what humanity would have become without the constraints of religion?
and thank you for that. We'll get to that. So he was up singing, and
Yeah.
I woke up to get water or something, and I go, and he's out there doing his thing. I'm like, whatever, dude. And I happened to just log in to just see what was going on when I get back in bed on my phone, and he starts playing Kanye, which I think he was playing Champion from late graduation or early graduate, whatever it was called. And suddenly the whole stream just ends. And I've seen YouTube send you a warning or even a copyright after the fact. I have only a couple of times seen YouTube in the middle of a stream go, yeah, you're done.
Yeah, they weren't having it.
So yeah, they pulled the plug, and I was just like, now I'm going to have to hear Tech for the next 10 hours be terrified that Keemstar is going to fucking fire him.
Yeah. Well,
it could have gotten.
I wasn't going to go into that much detail because it seemed like Keem didn't notice. But now that we have our full, 600 person audience, let's go. Let's roll with it.
I know Keem noticed because he mentioned it in the Discord.
No, he
by the
didn't.
way.
He didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
Okay.
Steak did.
That was a fun.
Keem didn't. Anyways.
Okay, so yeah.
Saturday night, late night, going into the morning of Sunday, I was like, dude, I'm hanging out with these LolCow Fire people and I'm making no money. People hate Wyatt Albert. They're like, oh, he's non-tank, get a new host. So I did a little music stream. And during it, I got like notifications from YouTube. It was like, we've detected you're using someone else's fucking video content. All right, this may be suppressed. And I was like, okay. And then after like an hour or two, it was like, we know you're using someone else's audio. Your video is being suppressed. And I was like, whatever. If you're here, then you're already here. You're locked in. That's fine. And then it was like, your video is going offline. Be ready, or some like weird ominous message. And I was like, oh, fuck me. But yeah, it was a fun time. I had fun.
How did Crypt get hit with this? If you were on fire?
Oh, I thought it was Crypt.
I did it on Crypt. I was on fire helping them out. And I was like, I need more money. So I started streaming on Crypt.
That Tuck Jr. super chatted $9.99. Sorry, wife, and I missed the movie showing.
You were missed. You're missed, Ted
Dude,
Jr.
Todd, you helped pay for the movie showing. You're fine, man.
Yeah, thank you, buddy.
Speaking of that, the consensus is the community wants a chick flick movie this week theme.
Yeah, I love chick flick movies. I'm a huge fan.
Okay.
I started, I don't know if that's the consensus. That's a few people in the chat Saturday. We'll see if it holds up. But if the actual consensus wants it, Jordy, I am there. I like chick flicks a great deal.
Favorite chick flick?
Huh?
What's your favorite chick flick? Because mine is Serendipity.
Yeah. I've never seen that. I love Kate Beckinsale though, so I need to see it. My favorite. I mean, even though it's very dumb, I still will watch Love Actually. I love The Holiday. I love the movie The Intern with De Niro and what's her name? Anne Hathaway.
Is that a chick flick?
Yeah, I would say it's a chick flick.
Nah.
I love The Devil Wears Prada. That's a great movie. I haven't seen the sequel yet. Pretty Woman. Never seen like the Kate Hudson ones. Like I haven't seen How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days or Failure to Launch or any of those.
Okay.
What was
Your
the
favorite
one
one
where you could read women's thoughts? Was it What Women Want?
Oh, that was good. What Women Want. That was directed by the woman who, what's her name? Nancy Myers, who did Father of the Bride and The Holiday and The Intern, and she's making a new Netflix movie. Yeah, I like that movie.
Your favorite chick flick, Wings?
Fever Pitch.
Thank you. See how
That's a good movie,
concise
too.
that was, Jaffe? Not the fucking, well, and this one, and then this one, and then that one, and then this. Anyways, we're going back to the donut that we said we were going to polish off.
It's
not a nuanced take.
topic.
You said a Christmas movie.
You know what?
You named a Christmas movie as your fucking chick flick.
You can have a Christmas movie that's a chick flick.
Yeah,
In fact, one of my
you're double
favorite
dipping.
chick flick
You're
Christmas
double
movies is
genre dipping.
Daddy's Home 2,
Daddy's
which I know
Home
is like
a Billy the Fridge music video song for
Daddy's
the LCU.
Home 2 is actually a really good fucking movie.
Anyways,
It's
Melissa
really
with
funny.
$10 says, have you ever pondered what humanity could have been like? Oh, wait. We Trippy Savage. Trooper Savage came first. Last Thursdayism. Do you know what that is, Jaffe?
No.
Last Thursdayism is the philosophical thought experiment and or religion that everything in the universe was made last Thursday, and that you are living with like implanted memories of what character you're supposed to be playing in this like fun little storybook, and you'll never know. You'll never know. Like the rocks in the ground having a certain like date, like a bio date or whatever. Is because it was planted that way, right? And that everything that exists was made specifically last Thursday.
And what I would say is that I find that fascinating, and I find that just as believable as anything else because I'm agnostic, truly. But I would say that if you have any evidence, like there's nowhere near as much evidence, if any evidence, that last Thursdayism is real compared to the evidence that, at least in the world we perceive as real, that science is correct about how old the Earth is. But I'm not like, that's impossible. I'm like, no, I could see it, especially if we're in a simulation. The simulation could be reset every night we go to sleep. And so you wake up with a whole new set of memories. You have no idea the old memories have been wiped. Totally
That's a far
possible.
stretch. That's a far stretch.
Well,
because
the whole
some people don't
thing's
go
a
to sleep
far.
at night.
The whole thing's a far stretch.
Some people
What's
don't go
that?
to sleep at night. Like, I mean, if some people don't go to sleep at night, that would mean they have to reset everybody's simulation
Oh
individually.
yeah, you're in your own server. I think you basically the people you're closest to. Like I'm doing a stream later today with Winrose, which is this wonderful pirate game, excellent pirate game, and I'm testing out private servers for it. Right, so it's just people who are in my community playing that game, and so the way it's still populated with lots of NPCs, right? So I think, the people that you connect with that you're really close to, that you feel something for, they're probably other real people sharing your server, and everyone else is an NPC, is what I think.
Speaking about NPCs, we should address the other $10 don't know.
But I don't really know that, Wings, don't start a religion or anything, because I don't know if that's the case. I'm an open-minded fella.
I'm very skeptical. I'm very skeptical that's the case because, like,
but you can be too skeptical, Wings. You can be so skeptical that you become just as dogmatic as the religious people that you're pushing against.
You've seen the movie Die Hard, right?
I have.
I've
Just
seen
the
the
other
movie
week?
Die Hard as well.
Yeah.
And we both have never met each other for the first 40 years of my life.
But how do I know you're real? I don't think you're real. Maybe you're an NPC, or maybe you woke up and Die Hard was imprinted in your mind.
Maybe. What if I told you that I know the actual secret of the universe?
Wait a minute. Why do you laugh at that? And yet, if somebody comes up to you and says, Merry Christmas, or someone comes up to you and says, Happy Hanukkah, or anything based in religion, I hope you laugh just as skeptically, if not more.
I do. I don't celebrate religious holidays.
What if I told you I know these secrets of the universe, but every time I tell someone, it resets to before I told them, and I can just never tell anyone?
I think there's a movie about that.
I think you'd be lying.
Well, I can tell you I can show you the proof, but then we would reset and we'd be back here, which I've done like 30,000 times. So Melissa wants to know, have you ever pondered how humanity would have been without the constraints of religion? I don't really. I don't know. I like religion. I wish more people were religious.
That was not Melissa. That was not little Miss Melissa Duncan's question.
Wow. Did I finish fucking talking? Jesus Christ.
I don't know. Well,
holy shit.
When you get done to the end of the sentence and it feels like nothing has happened, I assume you're done.
The red light is on your lane, okay? Let me fucking get through the intersection before you start driving. Up my ass. David Jaffe. Anyways, I like religion. I think maybe more people should be religious. I think that if we didn't have religion during an age where like bacteria was not like a known thing and diseases weren't really understood, we probably would have lost a lot more people. One of the most notable reasons historians say that the Jewish people were, kind of plighted, I won't say growing up. In Jewish texts, it is a common practice to wash your hands before you eat and to bathe yourself regularly. And I think there's these stories about what's the location? It's some like fucking big
your
town.
Ass.
No, some one of those big fucking cities from ancient fucking whatever. And they
Babylon.
were like, let's say Babylon. And they were like, why is it that the Jews are placing curses on us we get sick and they stay healthy, and they're outside of our walls, like of the city. I was like, well, because those motherfuckers are bathing, all right, and you dickheads
And they cut off the tips of their fucking dicks to make their penises less infected with, because bacteria would get in. So let's be clear: the Jews, whatever you think of the Jewish religion,
Jews were clean,
and I don't think much about religion at all. But whatever you think about the Jewish religion, a lot of the hate they get comes from ignorance. There's that, where they thought there were curses. There's the whole money thing, which had nothing to do with anything other than the fucking Catholic Church saying that Christians couldn't do banking. So the Jews were like, okay, well, we don't have that limit. We'll do it. And suddenly the Jews are attacked for being money grubbing. It's like, dude, you fucking do it. You're not allowed to do it. That's a you problem. But, you know, what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Having Henry Ford from an alternate universe on.
Yeah. Jaffe.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna try and speed run LCU wrap up news.
Before we do that, I just want to talk about something first. I want to say, May the 4th be with you. I love Star Wars. I am not I'm not so passionate that I can't recognize weak Star Wars storytelling. I don't watch every Star Wars episode. I don't watch a lot of the cartoons. Like I hear Darth Maul show is really, really good, but I haven't watched it. Magic says Star Trek is much better. I adore Star Trek. I even kind of liked the fucking Star Trek Academy show. So the thing you have to understand about Star Wars for me is it's not so much, it's more about what it represents now. Like I am going to happily go see Mandalorian and Grogu when it comes to the theater. It opens on the May 23rd, which is I got checked out of school May 23rd, 1983 or 24th to see Return of the Jedi. It's Jon Favreau and this Dave Filoni guy doing it, which are the people who people think are the saviors of Star Wars. I'm excited to see it. I like the Mandalorian fucking show. You know, so I don't know but the point is this. Number one, if you celebrate as you should, because even if you don't love all the movies, you should celebrate.
Remember you said quickly? You wanted to say something quickly?
Yeah, well, I'm not doing it quickly, whore.
Okay, well, you lied.
Yes, fine. I'm a liar.
I'm going to be the negative one here.
If you celebrate, you should be celebrating not the individual movies, but just the triumph of imagination. At one point, not anymore, but at one point, George Lucas was the little guy pushing up against big corporation and totally took them to town, made tons of money without their help. And there's some great stories in there. There's some great music in there. And the last thing I will say, I will share my screen.
Jesus Christ.
You know what, idiot? Just because you didn't grow up with Star Wars because no one loved you, the point is most of us did.
Yeah.
Okay. And now that you have people, and now that you have people that love you, you should embrace the Star War. Now look at that. This was 1993, May 3rd, a year ago today or last night. All of the toys for the Phantom Menace, which was a terrible movie, was a horrible fucking movie. But boy, we were all excited. I don't know if anybody in the chat felt this, but we hit the toy stores, Toys R Us at midnight, and
every nerd on screen has a skin condition. Like this is not the audience you want to be like. This is my people.
You are in no position to actually judge anyone when it comes to their physical appearance.
Yes, I am. I'm living in the fucking trenches of like looking a certain way, dickhead.
First off,
their freak flags.
You see all these people on screen. These people. The second time they got excited in their life is when they're able to sell their house for $1 million that they bought for $16,000 in 1960.
That's also
like these are just boomers. These are people that are excited because they got laid right after the Star Wars movie in the 1970s.
These are 30-year-olds in the late 90s. That's Jaffe. That's Jaffe's age.
I was not in. I was like 25, 26.
I mean, I'm using boomers colloquially here, but
yeah.
I don't know. I don't get the Star Wars thing. I think the original 3 movies are good. I didn't like when George Lucas came and put episode 1, 2, and 3 out. I thought there was a bunch of stupid things he implemented into the series.
Agree.
I don't really like the Disney movies that much, right? And I think like a lot of Star Wars is ruined by everybody wanting there be more Star Wars. Like, for example, like in the Star Wars episode 2, we learned that Jango Fett is the basis for all the stormtroopers, right?
Yeah.
So like you have this legendary mercenary that's the best there ever could be. He's they take him and clone him and make all the stormtroopers, and none of the stormtroopers can shoot for what the fuck. Then they shit Jango Fett out with Mace Windu like in 10 seconds on screen. Like they build him up to be this ultimate warrior, and he just gets backhand with the lightsaber, and that's his whole fucking death scene. It's like, it's fucking stupid.
You guys are missing the point, though, of the Star Wars.
Every person in that photo there, though, looked like a nightmare to talk to at a checkout line at the grocery store. They would be the most annoying fucking people to hear talk about shit.
At the checkout store. Look,
and it's like, why would you watch the Maul series? You know how it ends. He gets cut in fucking half.
That's true.
Well, yeah, but he comes back.
How does he come back from being cut in half? That's stupid.
If you would have seen Solo,
well,
which I thought was good. But all I'm saying is you're missing the point of Star Wars, which is no one will deny what you're saying. Like, absolutely, there's more average and bad in Star Wars cinema, and I mean movies, I don't know all the TV, than there is great. 100%. But it's about the world building in terms of what so much of us love, right? I can, just like Star Trek, you make a product. It's just like the LCU, just like Marvel, right? You make a product that houses so many different things. I think fundamentally what you're really a fan of is the fundamental aspect of what that thing is. Like the essence of Star Wars is what I'm a fan of. That doesn't mean I like every single subject. Fuck you, Machiavelli. Next subject, who gives a rat's ass? It's not about, again, this is the problem with a moron like you.
This is going to be a fast subject, by the way.
That doesn't subscribe to the channel, which you should, because it's the greatest thing you'll ever do in your life. It's not about Star Wars. You could fill in anything. You could fill in another sci-fi franchise, Alien. You could fill in a book you love. You could fill in the Bible if you're into such shenanigans. The point is that there is something about the fandom and why it endures, because it speaks to an aspect of you. And, it's okay if this one doesn't, but I'm sure there's something, I hope to God, there's something in your life that you can embrace the fandom of. I hope you're not one of those assholes that's like, I don't like anything. Go fuck yourself in that case.
That's me.
Boom! Got him! May the 4th be with you! Got him good. I'm good.
What I like about Star Wars is I love how it was a ragtag movie nobody expected to succeed. They had a minuscule budget compared to what their aspirations were, and it's still cool to see the Star Destroyer today come on screen at the beginning of the movie with this huge fucking ship, and it's like a real model that they split all this time into and took a risk to create. Then you have lore of the Jedi and how it's religion and how the religions died off and nobody remembers it.
$20 tied to tech for Saturday to Sunday on fire. That was bananas. BANANAS.
Thank you, Star Power.
This shit is bananas.
And
wait a minute.
What I don't agree with all this is when they started expanding the universe, they took the mystery from it.
Why can't you interrupt Wings, Jaffe? You interrupt me all the fucking time, and you want to be like, put some shine on it, Wings. Don't just say thank you and move on. That's $20. That's a lot of money. Where's that, huh, Jaffe? Treat us with respect. By that, I mean disrespect Wings as well. All right, don't just disrespect me.
Earn it. You almost got our channel demonetized over the bananas weekend. Why is okay? I don't understand your generation. Do you like eating ass or don't you?
No. I know you don't like. Yeah, I know you don't like eating ass.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm telling you to eat ass.
Why would you want to? Anyway,
I would also be like, I hope your blood sugar spikes. If I really wanted to be mean to you.
You act like I have diabetes.
I think you have undiscovered diabetes.
I go to the actual doctor.
You have new frontier diabetes. It's like a mixture of microplastic count and diabetes and midichlorians.
Oh, I wish I had midichlorians.
I gotta ask you something completely off subject here, Jaffe.
Yeah, what you got?
You don't drive that often anymore. So when you're driving, do you ever feel like you've forgotten something that you've learned before?
Because it's not like I never drive anymore, but I drive very rarely now because I no longer have a car because I don't need one. Yeah, and when I do need to drive, I use text car.
He lead foots the fuck out of my
but I'm
van.
thinking for example, I play shooters in my life, right? But I haven't played them in months. So if I get back on, there's gonna be something I'm gonna be rusty on. I'm not gonna check a corner. I'm not gonna be able to pre-fire. I'll forget to pre-fire. Things like that. Something that that has kind of dulled from lack of repetition.
It hasn't been that long. I mean, I've been driving since I was 15, right? So
He
it's
sucks
not
at
like
it.
He sucks at it.
Yeah, Jaffe
Tech,
drives
sounds like you
poorly.
got a story.
I do not drive.
Every time
poorly.
I've been in the passenger seat with Jaffe driving, he is like the fucking classic bumper to bumper California driver.
Not
Like,
true. Not
yes,
true.
Yes, he fucking is.
I leave
And
myself 3 car lengths.
That's
and when
never
it's raining,
happened.
6.
That's never happened. Not even in the fucking
Happens.
parking lot. Are you leaving any car? Dude, you are just like, you rush to get to the fucking back of the line on a street. And then the moment the guy goes, you're like, all right, we're going with him. We're right there. It's like you're being towed.
Okay. I don't know what
Also,
you're talking about. Suck it, Texas.
he
Barley,
lead
be
foots
real.
the fuck out of the van.
He's a speeder.
He's had 2 cars.
No.
He's had 2 cars in the past 30 years. And both died from their fucking transmission because this motherfucker just low gear.
Does he just not change it?
Watch this.
Does he just not
Watch
change the
this.
transmission fluid? Because the transmission will handle it as long as it don't
No,
overheat.
I imagine. But also,
it may not have even been the transmission. It may have been an axle. The point is this, though. Yeah, I agree. Tech's super annoying this morning. I agree with you guys.
Jaffe fucks up
But-
the transmission.
But let's be clear about the lead foot thing. How many speeding tickets have you gotten, Tech, in the last 5 years?
In my life,
In your life, sure.
to
I have
3.
2.
Guess how many I've gotten? None.
None. But you're also David Jaffe. I imagine you pull out your license from the cop and you're like, God of war. Oh, I'm a cop and I have uncontrolled rage and that's why I became a
He just
police
has Kratos
officer.
on the back of the license.
Yeah.
No, that would be awesome.
They
but
pull
no.
up their fucking
No.
sleeve and it's the fucking Ghost of Sparta tattoo. Yeah, the fucking
But
police
one
are.
time I
don't like that.
got pulled over because the guy's like, "You're on your cell phone." I'm like, "No, I'm really not." He's like, "Dude, you can lie to me, but I saw you with my own eyes." I'm like, "Whatever, dude. I'll take the ticket. Please be safe out there." You know, I told him to his face that I don't always agree with the cops. I think a lot of cops suck, but a lot of you guys are doing important work and be safe. And I'm happy to pay the ticket. And then he said to me, he says, I'm just in a bad mood because I don't know if you heard about it, but one of our cops in San Diego got shot this weekend and we're all on edge. I said, I get that. I said, I don't get it, but I understand that. And I'm sorry, but yeah, give me a ticket. But I wasn't using the cell phone. He says, well, you were, you're just lying. I'm like, and then he got a call. He goes, I'm going to let you go. Don't worry about it. And he left. Right. And then I'm going, what the fuck? Cause I don't use my cell phone. He's like, I saw you have it up to your ear. And then about a day later, I'm like, oh my God. I had a shitty Wi-Fi speaker and I was listening to a podcast. So I had to put it up to my ear because it didn't make enough sound. And I'm like, that's
speakers didn't work.
No, not for my iPod. So it came through. It's like a 2003 Toyota Corolla, right?
Don't,
so I
don't
had
meet
to
your
get
heroes, kids. Don't meet your heroes.
Yeah.
meet your heroes, because guess what your heroes do? They don't waste their money on bullshit. They keep it so they can do what they love.
Dude,
That's the freedom.
Let me tell you a
The
story about Jaffe
JBL
right here.
speaker like this will going down the road. Oh my God.
As a
that's what
teenager, I
oh
expected.
my God. F- you, bitch. I'm 55
I expected
years
David
old. I can
Jaffe,
sit
a
on my
guy who
ass
made
and
his
scream
career
and-
putting
go ahead.
guns on sports cars, to
Yeah.
be into guns and cars. And he's into neither.
Neither.
No, I'm into movies with good chase sequences. That's what inspired it.
What's the fastest you've been like in a car? You as a driver?
So I was in Scott Campbell, who I made Twisted Metal with, and he went out because he even said to me, he goes, I think I'm having a midlife crisis because I bought the Porsche, right? So he buys top of the line Porsche at the time, and he's driving me around Salt Lake City. He's like, you want to see how fast this fucking thing goes? I said, not really, because I don't really, but anyway, he says, I'm going to show you. And it felt to me the same as when I rode Superman at Six Flags. I was like, am I having a heart attack? Like I got pushed back in that seat so hard. It was like launching us in a rocket.
Yeah,
And
a
I was
good
like,
car will
dude.
bet and will knock you out.
Will we
Yeah,
get
I
the
was like,
number
oh my
eventually?
I wasn't looking. And then I was in Tommy Tallarico's Lamborghini a couple of years ago, and he's just driving surface streets. And you can tell this is a thing he does because it was the first time I'd really hung out with him. And he's like, let me show you this, how fast this goes. And I don't have the number. I don't know. And I'm like, dude, and he did it. And I was like, almost going to throw up. And after about 10 seconds, I said, look, I know this must impress a lot of people. I said, I want to be alive to go home to my kids. I said, I don't need to be a news story that Jaffe and Tallarico die in a Paul Walker fucking Ferrari crash, just like
Vince Zampella.
Vince just died in a fucking crash. The guy who co-created Call of Duty over the Christmas holiday.
Vince trusted his brakes more than he should have. I've watched
Vince,
that wreck multiple times.
I don't know if that was the real. I don't know if that was the real wreck. People are saying that was not the actual wreck. It was a different wreck.
Okay. If it's not the real wreck, take what I say with a grain of salt. But that wreck I watched coming out of the tunnel and hitting that sidewall, his brakes got hot. He trusted them way more than he should have. Because brakes are one of those things that they work all the way up till they fail. It goes 100% zero. And it's like, it's why, I don't know, people just trust them too fucking much. Mine's 160 on the speedometer, but that's probably really 190 realistically, because me and my brothers used to have drag cars, and we used to take it to the drag strip, and those didn't have any real speedometers on them. Who knows? You go by what the thing said.
So you're going 190
in a straight line, yeah.
Are you? Because all I have to go on. This is kind of a rom-com. Is the movie Parenthood, where Keanu Reeves is drag racing. And he's going really fast, and he's got his hands on that tiny little steering wheel. I don't know if they're tiny anymore, but in the movie it was tiny little wheel. And he was doing great, and then something happened where he started to lose it, and he ended up hitting the side wall. And I'm kind of like going, when you're going in a straight line, what is the work? Are you constantly having to adjust little micro adjustments?
Yeah, you got to do micro adjustments because everything you do is amplified as you go faster. Like when you make a small change, it actually is a big change, and the wind is actually trying to pick your ass into your car up and like wiggle it.
Right.
And it's all about traction, because like the faster you go, the harder it is to keep traction. That's why they prep those tracks and all the things. They try to keep it as safe as humanly possible, but you could still lose it and hit the wall at 150 miles an hour.
My last car had a limiter on it, which was illegal, but it couldn't go past a certain threshold, even if I wanted to go.
My current one, yeah, almost all cars do. Like my current truck's 98, like 98. Yeah, it won't go past 98.
Mine will go past 88, but every time I hit 88, you know what happens. So
Back to the Future.
Did you guys get it? Did you guys get it?
130.
It was a setup, and then I paid it off.
Fast.
Yeah, he says he owns a DeLorean and not a minivan.
Yeah.
That's how you do it, boys.
Fastest I've gone was 130, and it was also on a track. And I would not do this on the surface streets. Okay, I grew up in Vegas. Vegas has the speedway. You can pay to go use their drag strip. You can use their they have a little circuit you can do as well. And it was in my 1989 Ford Probe GT with the 2.2 turbocharged engine in there. Wait, I think it was made by.
I did
Miata.
160 on a test drive, Tech.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in my midlife crisis. It was like 2018. I just had weight loss surgery. I lost 100 pounds. I was feeling myself. I wanted a GT Mustang. So I went to the Ford dealership and I was like, hey, you got this used gray GT Mustang? They're like, no, it's up at our store in the other town. And the other town I knew had like a 4-mile straightaway going into town. Like as soon as you leave and exit, they're just 4 miles uninterrupted. Okay. So we go get the car and we're test driving it back as the test drive. I go, how fast you ever been in a car? He goes, as fast as you want to go. That's all I needed, baby boy. That's everything I needed. I maxed it out. It tapped out like 160 miles an hour. And if people don't believe me, 2018 Mustang GT with 373 gears, 160 mile an hour top out.
Yeah, Jeff doesn't know any of those words. Mustang, maybe.
No. I know Mustang. I know that.
Yeah.
I think I still have the picture of that Mustang.
While you're pulling it up, K-Nubs, $5 says, LolCow Crypt at K-Nubs, super chatted $4.99. Thank you, K-Nubs.
Can you go back to the guy who dropped $20 and be grateful to his massive
bananas
donation?
Sour Power, thank you. All right, Melissa Duncan says, answer to life, universe and everything, 42. Thank you. Wraith says, what up, Crypt? Coming to show a little support. Also, at the beginning of your show, I cash cowed, but no pop-up. So hopefully your seeing stream didn't screw it up. It shouldn't.
Well, thank you for cash cowing. We appreciate it, buddy. Thank you very much.
Barley Bureau says, you're super, Tech. Thanks. Thank you, Barley.
Wait, did you ever find out, are you doing another one, Tech?
No, go ahead.
Well, Rapidly says, Wings, did you ever find out who was taking pictures of Kelly at church yesterday?
That's a troll comment. I wanted to ban him.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, I thought you didn't.
Good
I'm
job,
surprised you go to
Jaffe,
church.
for being able to discern what is probably a good
look at-
conversation starter.
There,
it's
there was
good
nobody
conversation.
taking pictures at Kelly. There was a live the service
All right, that's
live
fine.
streams.
I'm only asking because I thought you didn't go to church. I thought you said you don't believe in any of that.
And next, go ahead and give us the nearest fucking like mechanic shop to our house for the stream. Yeah, thanks,
Okay,
Jeff.
it's
You don't even know because you
What?
don't know cars. You don't have a car in the first place. There's no mechanic that you know firsthand.
I do. I know. I do. We have a great mechanic.
Name them. Name them. You want to do it on
You
stream?
really want me to? I will.
No, idiot. Sarcasm. You dummy.
They're not close. They're not close
Oh,
to our
thanks.
house,
Appreciate it.
but they're worth driving to. And what's delightful is they work next to a store called
God,
Addie's
you
Games.
just suck. You just suck. You're fucking god awful. Okay, so you do just name the mechanic because you say they work next to this other place. You could have just been
One's
like,
in the chat,
no, fuck
if
the
you
ones in the
think
chats. I'm
tech
banning the word one.
Really
I'm
has
banning
no
one from the fucking
clue
thing.
What good content
You're
is
fucking.
and needs to shut the.
You're just
fuck
retarded.
up.
Actually, you know what?
And by the way, people who come
Banning
at me
one.
and say the only reason they're like, why does Jaffe put up with tech? And the only reason I put up with him, right, is I need somebody to figure out the computers around here when they break down. That's it. And my daughter seems to have taken a shine to him. That's it. That's it. Because I agree, he's super disrespectful. And he thinks it's content and he thinks it's funny, but he will find when the wedding gift he gets.
Jaffe, I'm just moving out. I'm tired of you, actually. I'm
Okay.
just gonna move.
Okay.
Fuck it.
Lord, how about y'all quit fighting? Y'all messing my money up now too.
No, we're moving
Well,
out.
I think tech is under the impression that and he may be right, by the way. I think it's part of the appealing of the dynamic, but I think we need to dial it back a little bit because it gets in the way of the conversation.
Doesn't it? Isn't it fucking stupid that you just disrespect me all the time and expect nothing back?
Okay, let's
And then
move
when there
on.
is
Let's
something
move
back, you just like, well, I'm gonna use my fucking clout to drag you in front of the audience.
Clout.
I think it's
clout?
entertaining. I think it's entertaining.
We got to find that balance. I'm with
Yeah,
you.
fuck you.
I'm
Also,
with
I've banned one. All right, you can't type one in the chat no more.
No more anymore. Listen now.
Oh, they're still typing one.
Because you can't ban the number one. It's
I thought I did.
the point is though, I don't care about. I'm not even going to say the words, but do you go to religious services? Either one of you guys?
Maybe twice a year, if
Okay.
unless I can get out of it.
I would like to go to a religious service because I think it would be interesting. I'd like to go listen to the stories and stuff. And we've talked about going to a black church before. And I would love to go to a black church. I think Yo Mama was in here and we were talking about it, but I have to get a suit and I don't want to buy a fucking suit.
You don't have a suit? You've been to all these galas in your life. You don't have a suit?
I had one. They found it under the bed in Tech's room, I think.
Oh yeah, he had a Boss, Hugo Boss, like full 3-piece suit in a
Hugo
suitcase.
Boss, dog. That smells like a 2000s teenager.
It was from the 2000s.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't bought a suit. I hope no one dies that I have to go to their funeral, not because I don't want them to die, because it means I have to get a suit.
See, like to me, church service down in the South is just like listening to like Fox News. Like they go and tell you how good Trump is and how he's leading the country the right way and he's a Jesus.
I
That's
have a hard
what my
time
services
believing
are.
black churches are going around talking good stuff about Trump.
Well, not black churches. I don't go to a black church. I go to a Southern church.
Right. I'd love to go to a Southern Baptist church. Are you kidding? That would be amazing. Because my mom was a Southern Baptist, and I'd love to hear all the fire and brimstone and all that shit, man. I'd love to fucking hear that shit.
Well, you won't hear that. What you'll hear about is like high gas prices are going to be the God is going to protect you from the high gas prices, just like he's protecting you from Iran's nukes. That's what you're going to hear at a Southern Baptist thing right now. And then they're going to pick some in the Bible and they're going to like reason like this is what happened in the Bible. This is why it's happening now. History repeats itself. And then they're going to pass the plate around.
Really?
Sing a
So
song.
all right. Well, that's not fun. Listen to this. K-Nub says, Jaffe, you got to take care of Tech. You lost Amazing Maisie. I love Amazing Maisie as a fan because of his reckless and disrespectful actions the other night. What did you do, Tech?
One of her songs didn't get played for a $5 dono.
and that was enough to
Allegedly.
But why didn't it get played? Were you being a dick, or
I don't even know if that's real.
It?
I don't know if that's real that I didn't do it. I think I got every single super chat.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't know what to tell you. Jaffe, I'm going to hire Bunny, says Anna, to go to my funeral in clown makeup and confuse the family. I love that. And this is a meme, but I love this fucking meme, which is somebody was writing, it's like when they die, they're going to hire somebody to like have an umbrella and a trench coat and glasses and like watch from afar, watch the funeral. So people will be like, who's that? Like in the movies, there's always that mysterious figure watching the funeral. And I'm like, I would love that. It's like, who was that at Dad's funeral? It's like, we never knew.
Oh, we never fucking just assume it's a debtor. That's what they would probably assume.
Well, that's fair. That's probably fair. Okay. She left a voice message in Crypt last night on Jaffe's Discord. Should I play it?
I can find it.
Yeah, it'll be on the Crypt, whatever. Now, does it make me a bad Christian if I'm happy that Giuliani is in critical condition? Probably makes me a bad Christian.
Is he in critical condition? I hadn't heard about him since the whole like underage thing.
No, he's a it's really weird, these fucking people that will sometimes show them the best of us, like after 9/11 when he was the New York mayor. And then not 10 years later, he will just be a piece of shit scumbag who is doing the underage stuff and lying about elections. But yeah, he is in critical condition. And I hope he burns in hell.
I can play this for the stream.
My favorite part about Julie, remember when he tried to do the Trump rally in front of Four Seasons? Yep. And he got the address wrong, so he did it in front of like Four Seasons Landscaping.
Yes, that's
and it's like, dude, at that point, just reschedule, just fucking reschedule. I don't know, but he went ahead with it, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Like everybody outside of Rudy Giuliani's head knew he was the fall guy. So when Trump failed and lost something, he could point like, yeah, that guy right there, I paid a lot of money. He didn't do anything good for me. He was just making money to have his reputation ran through the mud.
I suppose so. But a lot of these guys, man, like, I don't know if you remember, there was one of these things where Chris Christie was introducing Trump, and then Trump came up and he just like shooed Chris Christie away. Like, okay, you go on the plane, you go home now. And Christie's like, okay. Like, it's like, I don't understand. I think it's a man thing. I really do. I haven't seen women do this, where if there is someone that they perceive as an alpha, and this guy was the fucking governor of New Jersey. It's not like he was a nobody who hadn't achieved anything. I've seen this since I was a kid in grade school. These motherfuckers, guys, will acquiesce and submit to what they perceive as an alpha every day of the week and 20 times on fucking Sunday. And I just, maybe it's because I am an alpha, shut up, that I can't relate to that. Like, why do you need to be coddled by some other dude? It's like all they wanted was Trump's approval. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Be a fucking man, be a fucking human, and say, go fuck yourself. Talk to me that way. I came out here to introduce you and ramp up the crowd. And now go fuck a bag of bricks, Trump, you cunt.
This is where I'm at.
That's what I would say.
Like, let Trump do that shit to me. I'll call him out right there on the podium.
I would
wouldn't even wouldn't even wait to go behind the scenes. Right there on the podium in front of the cameras.
Yes, 100%. Women handle like that in a different way, says XMX. Yeah, I don't know how they handle it, but I would love to know. But men, men should have more pride. They should have more fucking pride in themselves. It's so weird how, I don't know, maybe I was just raised perfectly.
Did you see the Marjorie Greene thing where she was talking about how like she got ostracized by the Republican Party and Trump because she wouldn't take her name off the list? Like, she voted with the Democrats to release the Epstein list. And Trump personally called her. It's like, yo, I got a lot of friends in Palm Beach. You're going to hurt a lot of people here, Marjorie. We're going to need you to take your name off that list. You know, it's like this and is when like, she knew that she had to leave the party. Yeah, because it's like, dude, like, you should bring people in the Oval Office. You bring terrorists in the Oval Office that work for Syrian government at this point. You can't bring the Epstein victims in the Oval Office. And just,
well, he can't because he knows he probably is the one who did it.
Right.
Like, come to the Oval Office and come meet your abuser 20 years after the fact.
It's like, dog, he's in that fucking Epstein files like Jesus is in the Bible. He's all over that bitch.
Yep. Goddamn right. You goddamn right.
Nobody fights as hard to keep that
based
shit secret.
on no evidence. Really? Okay.
Based on no evidence. I mean,
There
even
is
the
evidence.
little bit that they released, he was in. Just imagine what they're not releasing.
Yeah. Beastman, thank you for the 1 gift membership. That went to Atomic Blondie. Welcome to Local Caribbean World. Jaffe, remember when earlier when it was like, oh, I'm going to quickly talk about Star Wars, like 40 minutes ago?
God, that was the best part of the show.
Isn't that great? Anyways, LCU wrap up for the weekend, right? I'm gonna rapid fire you just what's been happening. Okay,
thank God.
All right, so Keemstar officially no longer in charge. Right, that happened. His official day was going to be the 1st of May.
Can you just basically say all of this is in air quotes?
Yeah, these are all in air quotes. White Albert was fired. Ken was fired off of Nerds. Big Murph was fired off of LolCow Cash. Glammy, I think, was almost kind of fired. Also, it was Pesci was also kind of fired, but I guess not. Tina quit. Foxy was fired off of Queens. Mike also quit. So Mike is no longer in charge. Also, Keem, I think, is back until the end of this month, the beginning of next month. So Keem is also not here, but is here. Because he's filling in for Mike because Mike is gone. What else? Batgirl is on Queens, I think. Is that right? What else is there? We were kind of in trouble. All the hosts were in trouble for not streaming on Saturday for some reason, even though it's a day off.
8 hours on Saturday.
No, you did movies in the Discord for Saturday.
We did a members.
Did a members thing. Apparently now it's required of every show to put your availability so they know what time they can schedule you for the weekends and all this other shit. It's a new host requirement.
I got mine. Never on Saturday and Sunday.
There you go. There you go. Easy decision there. If you are not a top 8 show, you are now required to stream weekends, which means Crypt's currently at, I think, 11th or 12th. We're streaming weekends apparently. But don't worry. I'll just stream copyright content for like 5 hours.
The worst thing you could do to this show, if you want to see this show succeed, is put that rule on it. Because I love streaming. And I'm happy to stream if I'm not busy doing something else. It's a joy. But when you make it a requirement and you don't up the ante on my side, well, no. Like, just no. And I'm sorry. Look, if the show's not good enough to be in the top 8, then streaming on the weekend's not going to help anything. Right? So sorry. No. But I
It's the top 8 of what? Like money? Is that it? Is that what they're going by?
Yep. Top 8 of money.
How about top 8 of watch time?
Well, that's a different story.
No.
I think
because this audience rides, I don't know if you do or not, but we have very high watch time, which I'm very proud of. Do you know why? Because it means you're engaged for a long time, man. You got a lot of choices on YouTube. You have seemingly infinite choices on the YouTube, and that you decide to stay with us for a very long amount of your time, and we appreciate that.
Somebody in chat said Wings does do overtime. It's not that, right? Like 12 hours of podcasting a week. You know, a lot of people might think it's easy, but when you add it up, you do 12 hours every week for 6 months. It's mentally taxing. It basically shackles you to your computer. So every day, every morning, every day of the week, you got to be here for 2 hours.
Love it. I love that.
Well, you love that because you don't leave the house.
Yeah, you're built that way, Jaffe.
Yeah, I love it. I love the fact that we can spend our mornings with these fine folks. It drives me delighted.
Yeah, most of you work 8 hours a day, but you don't work 8 hours a day, 7 days a week.
No, I don't. No.
Is there anything I'm missing? Oh, Lacey's gone. She quit the entire LCU. LolCow Nerds is no longer a show. It doesn't exist. Now they're replacing it with LolCow Nature. Which
the fuck is that?
Who fucking knows, dog? And I have a conspiracy theory about this. Last week, before the weekend, we were talking about what shows have the potential outreach into outside LCU content. And we agreed Nerds probably had the best, outreach because you can do comic books, you can do cartoons, anime, whatever.
We did not agree with that.
Did you say that they don't have the largest potential for outreach compared to what the other show designs are?
No.
Okay, what show has better outreach potential to outside communities?
Ours.
Currently, I mean, maybe, but in terms of like,
Only because now nerds would, but if you want to outreach outside the LCU, you have to niche down. The problem with nerds when it was actually nerds, and we talked about this already, is it was too broad.
yeah, and then you
Nerds
said
is
if it
no
niched,
longer just nerds.
yeah, but we literally, this is the same conversation we had. You said if it niched down, it would have the best potential outreach. To like
if it niched down,
which is what we just said. Yes.
That's
Same
not
page.
what you just said.
Okay,
but now, yes.
Do you remember that conversation though?
Yes, nuance is important. Yes.
Yeah, but the conversation existed where you said if they niche down, it would have the best.
If they niche down.
Yes, which is the conversation I'm referring to.
Yes, but you didn't add the.
I don't have to. I said the conversation we had.
Because it made.
No, because you already agreed to it in the last conversation. I thought you would just remember things, but you're old.
I remember it, but I don't want the audience to think Jaffe is saying if they have a show that talks about Star Trek, Dragon Ball, comic books, and free comic book day on Saturday. That's not what I mean.
Anyways, I think Keem got mad because the
argument.
smartest show in the LCU said that show, because of its branding, could potentially have good market value outside of the LCU. I think he goes, all right, fuck it, I'll prove you wrong. Now it's LolCow Nature. And he took away the fucking branding of being like a nerdy fucking show in the LCU.
Even LolCow Nature, if you actually fit that niche, you had like somebody that went outside and like traveled the world and like, hey, I'm on the coast of Alaska today streaming. Look, watch me build a fire. That will get more viewers in the long run than recycling the same like 600 drama-filled people over and over again through the shows that want to hear about like Tina quitting.
That would be sick. Although I think it's just sweet tea. So I don't know how much nature we're getting.
So like how much is a pregnant woman with a child already going to go out into nature?
Here's Appalachia from a different angle.
It could be like she is the animal we're observing, though. It could just be live 24/7 of her life, and just she doesn't do anything but just live.
Yeah,
I don't think the Dollar General will be appreciative of us putting cameras in it.
Yeah, that's probably true.
It's
probably true. It's like the Truman Show, but for hillbillies.
Angel gave birth. That's another one. LCU news. A baby boy, I think, healthy. I don't think any complications, no issues. And she's off for 2 weeks. So Rewind is back. Rewind is now hosted by Tubbo and Zeta Ray. And I think that's all the LCU news. I think that's it. Hopefully.
All right. Since you're not looking at it, I want everybody in chat to say, what time does Rewind come on?
I don't watch it. I don't know.
I know.
Tech, do you know?
I do know.
I mean, you do know. Okay, you're subscribed to everything. Like if you don't know, just put IDK. You know, just
it's
people are just putting question mark. Like people don't know. Like this is the thing. It's not marketed well. It's not
Wayward well. Ghost, first person to get it correct. Actually, no, the Wonder Rose got it correct. It's 4 in the fucking morning, East Coast time.
What are they rewinding at 4 in the fucking morning? Nothing. They're rewinding nothing. Nobody's gonna wake up to watch them talk about other shows at 4 in the morning. The number of viewers that they're getting is going to be from the redirect that went to bed at 11. They just left their computer on.
I think Rewind's going to have to change what it is supposed to be because they put Turbo on there and Zeta Ray, right? Turbo, from my understanding, works a job, like an actual job, I think, or who knows? He claims to work a job, so he doesn't have the no-life nature that's necessary to know what's going on every show. Right, you need someone who's unemployed or is just like doing streaming as like their career, who watches the entire LCU to be able to do it. That's why Xylee does it great because Xylee doesn't have anything else going on. She has a marriage, but that's it. You know, she's able to watch every single show or get updates from every single show. So I don't think Rewind's going to be Rewind anymore.
That's a little unfair. Xylee does it good because Xylee loves that shit though. Like she's built her whole YouTube career on like drama and talking about other people. Like even before she came into LCU, she was like, Xylee gets real. That's her whole thing. She was talking about other people's stuff. So that's what she lives for. So like she's very good at it.
But if you gave her a 9 to 5 on top of doing that, she would struggle more, right? I'm saying like there needs to be an opportunity to have the time to watch all this shit.
We should go down to the dollar store today, all three of us, and spend $10 each and come back tomorrow and see who bought the coolest shit.
Dude, $10 doesn't even buy me snacks at my dollar store.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then it's not the real dollar store. Okay.
It was
$20.
the DG. It's the DG.
Dollar General?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how it is where y'all live, but in the dirty South here, Dollar General's every 4 miles in any direction you want to walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't go to the dollar
Thrift store might be better, Sterling says.
I like the dollar store. I'm kidding. I do go to the dollar store. Dollar Tree's pretty good too. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. Well,
20
whatever.
We should do $20 at a thrift store.
I'm down. I'm totally down.
Yeah, that's probably better.
We have a Goodwill in La Jolla. And La Jolla, if you don't know, is ritzy pitsy. It's a very rich community. And so the stuff they have at the Salvation Army in La Jolla is very different than what you would expect. So, because my kid likes to thrift shop and he gets clothes and stuff to upscale or whatever they call it.
Yeah,
Updazzle.
We went there the other day, me and Sarah, to a thrift store in La Jolla, and they had these like saddle bar stools. Like they took a saddle.
Cool. That's cool.
Yeah. How much do you think a saddle on a bar stool would cost?
At the thrift store?
Yeah.
$65.
You're close. Wings, what do you think? A saddle on a bar stool.
A saddle on a bar
And the
stool?
saddle has a real cow fur.
So like a horse saddle that
Like a horse
happens
saddle.
to have bar stool legs.
Underneath it, yeah.
Probably $200.
You both are fairly close. At the thrift store, it was $6,899.
Say it again.
Why?
$6,899 for this fucking saddle.
Was the saddle created in like ancient Japan
dude,
and have some like epic artisan that was attached to it?
I asked the fucking lady, and they're like, "You don't understand. These were made by," and then said some Hollywood actor's name that I don't fucking recognize, so it didn't register in my brain. But I remember Googling it there, and I was like, "Oh, this guy's last film was in like 1972 or some shit. Like he was like some old Hollywood dude, and he retired and made a hobby of doing furniture. And so you can find his name underneath the seat of the saddle." But, it's glued.
Yeah, but why are you selling it at a thrift store?
I don't fucking know. The La Jolla, you know what I hate about rich neighborhoods? Like, they'll have the most useless fucking stores. Like a store that sells just blinds, or
that's not useless. That's not useless. But
motherfucker, who is ordering blinds so regularly that they need a fucking store that just does blinds for your window?
No, that's a real thing. But I think there are a lot of little boutique shops, and I had it explained to me once because I'm like, how do these stores stay in business? They are in some of the most prime real estate, and it's like, this is where I sell my little knickknacks and tchotchkes. And it's because either the men or the women are married to a spouse that is super rich, and that's their little dream business. So they don't have to make money. So they have the business, like, Kimmy's Little Knickknacks, and it's little L-I''L, like little knickknacks. And it's all, and everything's expensive, and maybe she sells 3 things a month, but she can pay the rent and everything because her husband or wife is just like,
supports it financially. Yeah. One of the worst stores of this that I've ever seen was in New York City. There's a store called Perfect Pitch. And that's the name of the store. What do you think they sell? It's a singular type of item. It's called Perfect Pitch.
They
baseball memorabilia,
like music.
Yeah, you guys that's actually far off. It is handcrafted artisan water pitchers, and they're all unique, and they all have like different shapes. And one of them was just like it was a trumpet, but made out of glass that you pour water out of, and it was like, that one's worth $1,000. And I was like,
these motherfuckers are the people that they get for the Home and Garden channel, aren't they?
It's just, dude, I fucking
my home budget's $1 million. Well, what do? I watch butterflies for a living. And he picks flowers. It's like, how the fuck you afford $1 million home?
Well, they live in the same town the Friends kid live in New York.
There was a picture that was a duck whose head was like the stopper. So you just have a glass duck on your table. You pop off its head and you pour water out of its body. And I was like, who the fuck is buying this shit? Who's buying the $700
glass duck?
It was $700 for the glass duck, and it was like $1,000 something for the trumpet. And there was a bunch of these. There was a Mario one, a Super Mario pitcher of glass.
Did she hand make these in the back, or did she order them off of like
guarantee
a
some Taiwanese
site?
woman, it was sent her this from like another country, running a sweatshop somewhere. I guarantee.
I can guarantee you, like I had to replace the glass of a curio cabinet one time, and I had to go get a bunch of hand cut panels, custom made for this cabinet, and it was cheaper than what you're telling me this fucking duck was on the desk.
If anyone ever gifted me one of these glass pitchers, I would lose respect for that relationship. I would never spend your money on shit like that. Okay. Would you, I heard about something recently. Do you know what horse therapy is?
Equine therapy.
Okay, Jaffe knows what it is. Wings, do you know what
Your
equine
fiance has been to
Thanks
it,
for
by
ruining
the
my
way.
fucking pitch. Anyways, Wings, do you know what equine therapy is?
I do not know what equine therapy is.
Let's say you have anxieties, right? And they're like, you know what'll help? How about you just pet a horse and take care of a horse for like 2 hours?
Is it a female horse? Because like a male horse might bite you.
It's just a horse. I imagine it could be multi-gendered or whatever the liberals have nowadays. But
Now's the part of the show where Tech speaks out of his ass about something he knows nothing about. Continue, Tech.
Well, now this is where I go to the part where I have Jaffe speak out of his ass. Jaffe, what is equine therapy useful for?
Why is it called equine therapy? Like what? Like how did they reach that word with petting horses?
It's okay. So here's what it is. Okay. There are, just like there are service dogs that are trained, there are horses that are trained to deal with people who are dealing with certain kinds of stresses and anxiety. The reason they're not morons. Okay. This is why I think Tech's, I don't know where Tech's going with this, but horses are just able to determine, you can tell if somebody approaches a horse and they're nervous to get on them, right? They want somebody on them to ride them and to be with them, that they feel, okay, this person's got me. I feel safe around this person. And if a person approaches any animal, but certainly horses tend to present this in a more obvious way, with anxiety or worry, they can kind of tell, and they'll have certain tells visually and auditorily, which is like, this horse isn't feeling it. So it's not so much they're sitting down with a notepad like Sigmund Freud and having a therapy session with the horse. It'll be a therapist is out there with the patient with a horse, and conversations will happen, and they'll use the horse as sort of a sense of how this is going. Now, look, I think, let's put it this way. Two big fat guys, neither of which believe in therapy, judging therapy. I don't know. I'm going to choose not to assume either one of you guys.
Get better results and for a fifth of the price, just crush up Zoloft and blow it into the person's face, then have them spend 2 hours grooming a horse and be like, you're better.
Here's why I hate therapy, Jaffe.
Yeah.
There's a sanitarium called Waverly Hills in Kentucky. It's an abandoned sanitarium at this point. It's haunted, one of those haunted houses. But before all that happened, and it was government funded, it had nurses and doctors and everything at that place. It was a hospital. It was a hospital for tuberculosis. And you know what some of the therapists at that hospital suggested for tuberculosis that would cure these patients?
Tuberculosis? I have no idea. No.
Fresh air. They had fresh air therapy.
What does that have to do with
go out onto the roof and just breathe fresh
therapy?
air? It didn't fucking work. Fresh air doesn't cure tuberculosis. And these doctors who were paid doctors' wages, this is their answer to cure the patients.
Okay,
fresh air.
Well, wait a minute. That's a ridiculous argument.
Yeah, just like shock therapy is a ridiculous argument to bring up.
Well, no, shock therapy actually does work. It can work when they've tried. But wait, see, you got to be careful when you're broadcasting out to the world and you're saying things like this, because there are plenty of doctors that at the time, based on what they knew, did the best with what they have. It doesn't mean that they're hacks or quacks or anything. So what I'm saying is that tuberculosis, which is not psychiatry or psychology, it's almost like apples to oranges, but fine. I'm sure I know there have been mental therapeutic techniques that have gone the way of the dodo, because with advancements in education and training and whatnot, and education and evidence, we've realized that doesn't work. This works better.
Like
but you don't throw
therapy.
the entire industry out. Well, you can say that.
Yeah, I'm not throwing the industry. I'm saying equine therapy.
You've never been to any therapy. How would you know?
Life in somebody's face has a higher chance of fixing their depression than petting a fucking horse.
Okay, I do want to point out,
the idea
Bashful
is not
Riot
that petting
says,
the horse is going. The petting. Wait a minute. The petting the horse is not going to fix the depression. Petting the horse or recognizing the anxiety is a cognitive behavioral therapy technique to recognize, if you can start putting together, oh my God, when I feel this way, what I see in my head now is the horse doesn't want to get near me, right? And that trigger alone out in the world, if you're going to deposit money at a bank and you have social anxiety and you're like, wait a minute, I'm doing that thing I did that makes the horse nervous, right? Whatever will make those triggers that you can carry into aha moments out in the real world
sounds even
is
more
a
dumb.
valid, well,
Bashful Riot
if you were
says,
the height- if you
so
were the
Tech
height of
thinks his
physical and
fiance
mental
is
health-
foolish for going to horse therapy. No, I don't think so. She thinks so. We were having this conversation, me and her, and she's like, yeah, I think the dumbest thing of therapy I did was go pet a horse for 2 hours.
But that, yeah, and it may not have worked for her, and that's fine. But, you know, when you have a child and they are struggling with certain things, you will try lots of different things until you find what works. That's the job of being a parent.
Yeah, I think the horse one was
No, what's dumb would be going, this might work. Let's try it. That would, and choosing not to try it because your ego gets in the way.
BRB,
When
gotta
you have
go.
a kid,
BRB.
what happens in your life where you just have to go?
And you go poop.
Who don't you know when a poop is prepping? I can have an awareness that a poop is in process.
I'm going
It's
to be
like
on
in
camera for the next
pre-production.
3 hours. I'm going to let you guys talk for a bit so I can go poop.
All right, he's going to go poop.
It's like, think about Wings, when you have to poop, like I can know within an hour that's in my future. But
Yeah,
for Tech, it's kind of like,
It's a little different. I
it's-
don't have a gallbladder, so like anytime I eat, I poop. So like as soon as I know if I put food in my mouth, I'm going to the bathroom within the
what's
next 30
the time?
minutes.
It's 30 minutes is about.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can't go to the movies and eat popcorn then, right?
Right. I can't do anything. I can't do any eating if I don't have access to a bathroom in the immediate vicinity.
Wow. Chilled Milk says, can we get Tech a bit and bridle and see if Jaffe petting him calms it? I ain't touching that guy. Listen, now that Tech is gone, let's make a lot of money while he's gone to show him who the real fucking stars of the show are. Me and Mr. Wings. God damn it. Bring the ducats in. Mr. Snork, thank you for the super chat. Along with Chilled Milk, Mr. Snork says, an idea, rotating weekend schedule for all shows. Sure. Look, what I really liked, and I would be curious in the chat, anybody watching us now that didn't find us until you watched us in Pitt's slot, because one of the things Keemstar did back in the day, which I really liked as a smaller show, was that once a month they would give, or once every 2 weeks, they would give a smaller show a primetime slot, and that would rotate, which would allow a lot of people who might not usually watch a show like Madhouse or Crypt or whatever to find those shows. So, but we had the Pitt slot the other night, and we had more views than we knew what to do with, which was great. But I don't know if we converted any of those people either live or afterwards. But if we did, I'd love to know about it, because that would be great.
We got about a 10% bump in our viewership, but I think the time slot we're in, which I can't say anything because like Cafe does a little bit better than us right now, and that's on us more so than anything. Because Cafe,
they talk a lot of LCU stuff over there,
right. Different take structure, different folks, and like I think the plan going forward is like we need to pull people in from outside the bubble and not just keep recycling the same viewers.
I mean, I love the same viewers. I
love the same viewers too, but like if you like the actual growth, because like obviously the viewers within the LCU want the LCU drama.
Yeah.
And that's not what the show is. The show's not like, let's see who can put the most mustard on each other.
Well, yeah, you had an idea. I don't know if we're ready to talk about it, of something we could maybe do on Fridays or one day of the week. Is that something we want to talk about or not yet? We haven't even talked to Tech about it.
We haven't. Well, I talked to Tech about it privately. Like I came to him first before I came to you with it. Just because I use him as like
I don't care. That's fine.
To see.
I like the idea. Go. Can you want to pitch it and see if or do you want to save it for now?
Well, the idea is I want to bring in somebody divisive every Friday. Like, because generally Thursday's like the movie stream, but Friday, let's prep the movie stuff with like somebody that comes in like a Scientologist, or like a guy that's hardcore Republican, or a guy that's maybe like even a racist, like somebody that's very decisive that has a completely different view than anybody else. Because like this show gets made fun of. I've seen people call it LolCow liberal and shit like that. I'm liberal, like I am. I can't say I've always been. I was a Republican for the first part of my youth, but as I've gotten older, I've gotten more liberal.
Right.
And I can't help who I am, but it'd be interesting to like bring somebody in and like see like a debate type show on Fridays, just have something different.
Yeah. See, I don't care if I'm down with the debate. I like the drama of that. But I like the idea of once a week bringing in somebody, and not for the whole show, for like 45-minute for a conversation / interview. And then afterwards we can let the chat talk about it, talk to us, talk to the guests. So I wouldn't want to, because I've done interview shows on my shit, and you can spend, I've done 4-hour interviews, because once you get talking, you're really into it. But if we could keep that, limited to like 45 minutes or so, I would love to do that.
That was the idea, 45 minutes to an hour. And then the half hour, we reflect on what was said. Like we maybe even bring viewers in that are members, have them come up and give their opinions. Because like Keem doesn't like that, but I feel like integrating viewers in the shows every now and then helps, especially if they're ready for it.
Yeah, and you would bring people, like you said, you bring their fan base over as well, right? It's from the subject, you mean?
Correct. Well, granted, that's the issue we're going to run into. Like I wanted to bring like an actual alien guy, like a legitimate.
Love that. I would love that.
100%. Like he's coming, he's ready to defend himself. And I reached out to Keem because Keem used to do Skyfire News, and he had a bunch of guys around him that were legitimately alien believers. And he had this one dude that had this burly beard. I don't remember his name. I'm like, Keem, you still in touch with this guy? And Keem goes, no. But also at the time, Keem was mad at me. So I don't know if he just told me no because he didn't want to deal with me, or he legitimately just told me no, I'm not in touch.
I mean, I could find those guys, or I'm sure we could get an intern to find those guys for sure, or ladies or whatever. Where did this go? Riverbend. Honestly, this is a real problem with the show with me and Tech. If Jaffe would stop talking so much like it's only his show, you guys would get more views. Look, I don't know if that's true or not, but what I do know is you've got 3 very loquacious humans on the show. And, 2 is hard enough. With 3, what it does is it creates either a dynamic that people love, like the bickering between me and Tech, or it turns people off. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, because Tech wants the spotlight on him all the time. And I just don't have the brain to know when I've talked too much and I should shut the fuck up. Both of those present as the same thing, though. So, well, we don't have to do inside baseball.
I mean, Fort Life said Wings playing a show. I've done some playing on shows, but we never get around to the stuff I play in. So it's like, okay, like I was going to play in a bit this segment, but I'm like, we probably won't talk about it because
Tech's gone. Let's go. What do you got?
I don't have it ready right now, but there's this turtle named Tommy I see on the internet, and Tommy is a racist turtle. And I wanted to us watch videos of Tommy and maybe talk about why Tommy's a racist turtle.
He's racist against who?
The color black.
Is it black people or the color black?
The color black.
So I could put a black piece of cardboard in front of him
and he'll attack it.
So it's not really racist.
The racist is the funny part of it. Like,
okay.
Anytime he sees the color black, he attacks it. And there's whole videos of him.
But does he attack black people since they're not really black?
No clue. But he will do black and he'll do brown. Any other color.
Oh, well, then he might attack black people then. Because black reads more as brown as a color. But I know, can turtles even see color?
I don't know.
Huh. Well, listen, in the meantime, while you're looking that up, I want to tell you that I think I found my dream woman. I've been looking.
It's Angel, right?
Nope. She's an adult star. 6'7" adult star issues plea for a short man who she can carry around like a backpack. Her name is Amira Evans, and she's 26. She says it's been hard to find a boyfriend. She says a lot of men are intimidated by my height. They just assume I go for the typical tall, muscly alpha male, and they don't even bother asking. They've already decided I'm out of their league. She's a big girl. I'm looking at her. She says online.
She's a liar too.
I don't know. I'll show it to her in a minute. She says online men will say everything they want to hear, but in real life they're shy, awkward, and scared to approach. And then she says she basically wants short men are more loyal, more generous, and more attentive. They've had to work harder to get attention. I don't know about that. Not in my case. She says, once you get to know tall, good looking guys, they're really on the inside, they're ugly. And she wants a tiny man that she can carry around, like a backpack. I like men who feel comfortable with me being strong, even picking them up and carrying them on my back like a backpack or lifting them like weights. So as long as I don't have to carry her books or anything, that way I don't have to get a car.
Dude,
She'll carry me where I want to go.
Look at the selling point. Like, hey, you're a man. You want to be the alpha. You want to be the protector. You want to be the provider. If you're with me, I'll carry you around. I'll make you emasculated.
You have this thing. I've noticed this, Wings. It's fascinating. So, and I'm not saying it's wrong at all. I'm just saying that as a guy, I have never had that, because I hear a lot of guys talk about that. I'm a man, and as a man, I do X, Y, Z, right? And maybe I'm just not masculine enough. Maybe I'm kind of like in the middle or something, but I don't have those preconceived ideas. Maybe it was how I was raised, but I don't look for a woman to be, in certain areas of our lives, sure, submissive, but that's a different thing. I'm talking about just real life, not like getting freaky in the bedroom. I'm saying that if you're out in the world, I don't need my woman to be following me around like a little puppy. And I'm like, I am going to protect. I'm like, I want a partner. I want somebody I can have adventures with. I've never understood guys who have their friends they want to go out with, and then they come home to their wife or their girlfriend. I'm like, when I was married, and even now my ex, she's my best friend. I like hanging out with her. I enjoy her more, even though I have a couple of guy friends. I enjoy them as well. But this idea of like, I can't really share with my wife what's going on. I'm like, dude, if you're married to her, that should be the first person you go to when you've got stress. But I mean, do you have somebody else in your life that you go to when you're stressed out, or do you go to Kelly?
I go to Kelly. If I don't go to Kelly, I go to TechProtect. But
really? Come on now.
Well, he
don't know anything.
He's a good listener.
Well, he's probably masturbating while you're talking. I just want to give you a warning, but keep going.
On the toilet?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Blumpkins, baby. That's how we learned about the Blumpkins.
My thing isn't so much that I want my woman to be like, oh, I can't do anything without my husband kind of thing. Needs to follow me around like a puppy dog. My thing
you don't want that, yeah.
My thing is like, as a man, like if something comes up, like somebody's trying to get in the house or something like that, I'm there. She's willing to step behind me, right? I want to feel like I'm the protector, even if I'm not, right?
Why do you need to feel that way?
Because like that's the value that men get produced, especially in the South. In the South, as a man, when you're growing up, what your value is in being a provider, a protector, and make sure that you run the household. Those are the three things that are like.
But was that sold to you growing up, instilled, or do you think that's okay? So you don't think that's inherent in the DNA of somebody who's born?
Obviously not. There's some men that dresses like women and stuff like that who want to be women. Like not every man's this way, but I think it's a taught like
so
thing.
Once you to quote Maya Angelou, yeah, that's right. I told you I had feminine traits. To quote Maya Angelou, once you know better, you do better. I mean, now that you know that was instilled within you, doesn't that make you question these ideas and go? And some of them you may question and go, I like that. That works for me.
Some of them are primal though, right? Like the lion protects.
Okay,
the
so then
lioness.
it's not okay. Then it's not taught.
Then
it's inherent.
It's taught, but it's not inherent. Like it's hard to explain, right? Like guys generally are bigger, faster, and stronger than women. Everybody will agree with that, right?
Yeah. Except this lady on your screen, by the way.
Yeah, except her. Well, her too, right?
Are you guys seeing this lady?
Yeah, I'm seeing her, and like she's taller than me, but like, is she stronger than me? No.
Well, she probably is. Let me show you some more pictures. Keep going though. Keep going, Wings. Preach, baby.
I forgot. I've lost my train of thought.
You were saying guys are generally bigger. Is she stronger than me as well?
Right, because like women, even when they're bigger than men, generally aren't stronger than men. Like even the ones that work out.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, she's probably in better shape than any.
How tall is she?
Oh yeah, she's 100% better shape. I'm not outrunning her ass.
Yeah, or if she dodges you a couple times, it's like Nightmare versus Tech at that point. She's 6'7".
But what she's saying is everything she's saying is bullshit. Everything she said is bullshit. Everything she said is bullshit. Because like I'll tell you right now, here's the experience that she's had. Right, being 6'7" and with a badonkadonk like she's got on her, right? There's certain things sexually you just can't do. Like no short dudes getting up there and riding that pony. Not happening.
Yeah,
right?
You just get like a little fucking step stool.
Yes. Have you never had doggy style sex? Like,
Yeah.
you're not balancing yourself on a step stool while it's happening. It's a full body workout.
Wait a minute.
I've been with a woman who was 6'6" and I'm 5'6".
Yeah, if you bend a woman over, which you have to do unless you're in a pool or whatever,
but
if you
she's
bend
mostly legs.
over, okay, but if you bend this woman over and she's 6'7", doesn't that basically put the entrance at 3'4"?
It's harder. Like it's nicer when the woman's shorter than you.
I like that Jaffe's doing the math on this. He's well,
I mean, like, I'm not saying it's
two.
impossible.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm just trying to say it's not comfortable.
I don't know if the vagina is right in the center of the woman. Like, I don't know if there's like equal 50% or 49 and the vagina area is the smack dab in the middle. But give or take, you would assume. Yeah, Jaffe's pulling out a ruler. I'm just saying. I mean, don't, you know.
You want a fun... Wait, Wings, how tall are you?
I'm 6 foot even.
Oh, okay. You probably won't get to experience this unless you're with like an Amazonian 7 foot something woman. When the woman's much taller than you, there's like a springboard effect that's pretty cool when they're like on their back and their legs are up. But I don't know if you'd have to find like the tallest woman ever to do that with. I don't know.
I have my own issues being a fat motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like I have to move the gut around.
Yeah, I know what that is. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, you have to move the gut around. And like when a woman is tall like this and the gut's in the way too, and the height difference, sex is just unpleasurable at that point. It's a workout.
I don't know. I've had sex at 450 pounds before. You know,
me too.
Well, but no, hold on. But at 5'6", 450 pounds.
Oh yeah, I never did that.
Yeah, that I am compressed. Okay, it's a whole different experience. That is more like, you know, watching the Nature Channel than it is watching Pornhub. You know, there's much more interest in the biomechanics about how does that even work than it is like how hot it is. Anyways,
I just think that she's had bad experiences with most guys that are shorter than her, but she's also realized that guys that are tall and good looking have options. And those guys that are tall and good looking would much rather have a shorter woman.
Yeah. You know, Jaffe must got peed on.
I did almost get peed on.
Yeah.
They want us to move on. This confirms my theory about seeing ugly people make out at Disneyland. Nobody wants to hear unattractive people talking about sex. They just don't. And I don't blame you. I don't fucking blame you.
Can we go to my racist turtle?
We can. Chilled milk at $5. Did we get those? He says, okay, can we get Tech a bit and bridle and see if Jaffe petting him calms his mental disorder? Well,
okay, I'm at your racist turtle.
All right, here's the racist turtle. This is Tommy the racist turtle. Let's watch the video.
That sounds like a book for kids.
So he had white on. Now he put the black tape on. So now he starts hitting the black tape. Now it's like black. Like if he puts the tape back on, he'll stop. Like right here. Puts the tape back on. No, he's good.
What the fuck? What do they explain that as? He just doesn't like the color?
Like I showed it to my wife and my wife thought like, well, maybe he thinks he's going into a hole. And I'm like, I don't know. Because like there's other videos they'll show of Tommy. I don't know what this one has. But like he'll like have like a row of white shoes and he'll like sneak one black or brown shoe in and he'll go right to the black or brown shoe and just attack it.
This says turtles have excellent color vision, superior to human color vision. So why does this turtle...
Well, he doesn't like red air, apparently.
All right.
No brown.
Turtles attack dark colors because they interpret these objects as territorial threats as predators. Dark objects such as shoes or boots resemble the shells of other males, triggering an aggressive, dominant territorial response. Okay. So is he racist? Maybe. But he also is simply dealing with, you know.
They should give that turtle an ice vest.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I mean, my dog's sexist, right?
Yeah.
Courage hates men. He's not a fan of men moving around him ever. He just does not like them.
Hold up. I've seen Courage play with Jaffe.
And Courage almost bit Jaffe's face the other day. So, you know.
Courage is the white one, right?
Yeah, he's the white one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jaffe got too close to Sarah too quickly. And Courage was like, no. And try to nip at him. Yeah, Courage fucking hates the cops too. That's another story for another day.
Why does your dog hate the cops?
Well, he just didn't like we had cops at the house one day, and he was like, I'm gonna kill every single fucking officer in this building. Like he was just not having
You
it.
sure it's just not strangers? Like you're just associating it with cops? Like
Women
most dogs are
strangers,
territorial.
not an issue. Usually it's like no issue. He'll get real friendly, real demure.
God, this is gonna lead into what Jaffe was saying. Dogs tend to can tell who they are, who people are at their core level.
Oh. Ow.
But not a horse.
Fuck. It hurts right here when I'm right all the time. Ow.
It's like,
is that the chip on your shoulder you're fucking getting at?
Ow.
Because like as long as you're calm and like you're good and you're not afraid of dogs, they generally don't fuck with you. It's like when they can sense that you're afraid of them or nervous around them, they get nervous and edgy as well.
Yeah. Fuck off, P. Manning, you whore.
And then there's chow chows. Chow chows just hate the world.
Yeah.
It's like you claim to be a Republican or a conservative, and you've been here the whole time.
Who, Wings?
No,
Who are you
Manning,
talking
this
to?
guy in the chat. This is an interactive television program.
Oh, did they send
dogs
us
don't hate
money for you to
liberals.
interact with them?
No,
Thanks, Jeff.
Speaking of, this show is on its fucking dying breath. It's like a hobo in the street panting. Please, sir, may I have a bowl of gruel? Because we refuse to play small. We refuse to play down and talk silly, stupid LCU shit. We're here to give you a good conversation in your morning because Lord knows your spouse doesn't. Am I right, girls? And so, this is the time of the show I ask you to dig deep, baby. Dig deep. And then when you're done messing around with your cooch, go into your pocketbook. Go into your pocketbook and support the show with your hard-earned money so we can communicate to the rest of the LCU that this program deserves to live.
And
That's a lot of work.
at least
That's
get us
a
to
lot of
number
work.
8 because we don't have
that's
to
a lot
stream
of
on the
work.
weekend.
Thank you, Mr.
Because
Storm.
we already do an 8-hour or like a 5.5 hour fucking movie stream on the weekend.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's like they want us to do shows as well.
No.
Yeah. I might
I mean,
just
like,
I might stream
I just
solo
don't
on the
understand
weekend.
it. It's like you got to give people time to miss you, right? Like it's like if you're on every day of the week, it's like who watches this shit every day of the week?
I like Amazing Maisie says, no more money. Tech didn't play my song. I wasn't even there, Maisie. I'll sing. What was your song? I'll sing it to you, sweetheart.
I have no idea. I thought I played every single Amazing Maisie song. Also, Maisie, didn't I play a free song for you? Hold on. Actually, you know what? Amazing Maisie, did you not ask for a song for free and I played it? So that makes it, we're even. We're actually even, Amazing Maisie. We're gonna listen to your note in the Jaffe Discord is what we're gonna do. Jaffe, I
the
can't,
Wonder Rose.
I can't
Thank you
dare-
for the frog. Thank you,
You're
Wonder
saying
Rose.
I don't
We
want to be here. No,
appreciate
I
it.
actually want to be here because like I like these two people. Like this is the one show in the LolCow Universe I came back to.
Well, Cynthia.
At Cynthia Bree 2828 super chatted $10. I just went into my dainty pink purse for this dono. Growing heart emoji. Growing heart emoji. Growing heart emoji.
Thank you, Cynthia BB. We appreciate that very, very much, Cynthia. Thanks, buddy.
At Breebre041 super chatted $9.99. Please play In the Arms of an Angel when you do this at the end of the stream. Ha ha ha. Have a great week, everyone. Expect wings, smiley face emoji, pink heart emoji.
What
better
is
expect
his wings? What are they called? The anonymous? Expect us.
Expect
No,
us.
Expect
I'm the bad guy
wings.
of the cast.
We will always expect wings. Thank you, Bree. We appreciate it. Amazing says, I bought 4 songs. My money isn't green, apparently. I wasn't even watching it, so I don't know, man.
Do it.
I didn't ignore you. I don't know if she's into women, Belinda. I have no idea if that tall 6'7" princess who's looking for a guy to carry around like a backpack. The article doesn't mention her interest in women, so it either wasn't relevant or no. I have no idea. Y'all split the grueling. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, Ray Wu. We appreciate that very, very much. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
Are you going to play Amazing Maisie's note?
I think Tony's actually coming around to me. He goes, Wings, you're not a bad guy. You're just a weirdo.
Who's Tony?
He's one of my universal haters. He hates me on everything. So he shows up to everything to hate on me.
Okay.
But he tends to show up to everything I do.
Well, that's good engagement. That's good.
Beastman 580 super chatted $10. Here's some support, guys. Love the show.
Thank you, Beastman.
Thank you, Beastman. Beastman's one of the He-Man people, right?
No clue.
Yeah.
Like you're asking me to relive
I
things
love
pined for.
I'm excited for the He-Man cartoon, the movie.
Yeah, in
Thank you,
theaters
Beastman.
only
We
one day.
appreciate it, buddy. Not true.
Google it.
Sure, you go to hell.
Undead
You're talking about the original
Dopehead.
87 Beastman.
Here, Cash Cow for LolCow Crypt. Thank you so much. Apparently,
Thank you,
Maisie
Undead.
Maisie hates me with a passion now. Apparently, she donated to Yo Mama's stream the other day and was like, please tell me why TechProtect ripped me off this morning for my song request of Fatty Boom Boom by Diet Antwood.
What the fuck is Fatty Boom Boom?
I don't know. Maisie, I played like 3 of your songs on that stream.
All right,
you
Tech,
get
I
over
got
it.
you right here, Playboy. Watch my share screen. Watch my share screen, Tech. All
Han
right?
Solo, I don't think you're banned. Tech
All
may
right,
just
here-
not have seen it. He may have
Masters of the
sent it to-
Universe 2026. See it, Tech?
Yeah.
June 4th. June 5th.
This is probably a bad
June
idea.
6th.
Aren't you giving
June
away
6th.
things, Wings? Tech yells at me for doing this.
Oh, no.
A
Wings
local
is fine.
theater near. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Wings on
June
that
7th, June
ship
9th,
is shale.
June 10th.
Yeah, but I'm
Like,
talking
there's
about
5 days right there is going in theaters.
I'm talking about the Denny's ad that said in theaters one day only.
You're probably talking
Locally.
about the Masters
fuck
of
it.
the Universe from
Somebody
the
spent
original.
$200 million, bud. They're not putting this shit in one day in theaters.
Wait,
They're
he
trying their
knows-
best
he-
to get the money back.
Well,
he knows
Denny's
that, Wings.
said
There's
so.
no way. There's no way.
Denny's
There's no
said
way
so.
he's
I'm
not
believing
fucking-
Denny's. Denny's is
Yeah,
a
well, why
reliable
don't you,
source.
Why don't you check and see if Han Solo sent us a super chat? Because he said he did.
Well,
but
Han
we
Solo
haven't-
fucking fired first. Okay, that's just proven.
Oh, you poor sad son of a bitch. You think that's clever, don't you?
What? I'm not playing Amazing song. Okay, I don't want this fucking.
Not her song, her note. You said you were going to play the note.
I can, but then you guys can't hear it.
Oh, okay.
You want me to do it? I'll do it for the audience.
Whatever you want. I mean, if it's good, if it's,
I don't know. I
it,
haven't heard it either. I'm hitting play.
Your call. I don't
Doing
care.
it.
Dude, I wish we could get the
Jaffe.
live money, dog.
There it is. I hear it.
You hear it? All right, hold on.
Tech lost me today.
I'm gonna speed it up.
I can't back him anymore. I've had his back for all year, ever since he joined LCU. And the fact that he was unwilling to play my song request that I paid for and acted like he was too stupid to realize that I actually had been requesting it for a fucking hour. I'm out. I don't know what to say, but like, look, I'm only 3 years younger than you, I think. And I'm sure that you realize how much money is worth at our age when we're retiring and our bodies hurt and we're getting, to the point where we need to like not be out there spending too much money anymore. And I don't know what to say, but I'm so disgusted by his behavior this morning. Handle it.
Handle it, Jaffe. Did you
Handle it. I would have handled it by saying, don't fucking play copyright music. But, so what I'll say, Amazing Maisie, is what he's saying is you paid $20 for 4 songs. He played 3 of the songs and he missed 1. And did he do it because he was like, fuck you, or because the show got taken off the air by YouTube? Or I don't know enough about the data or the situation to handle it.
Yeah. Can we get ones in the chat if you were there for that Saturday stream that is no longer there? Or I guess or Sunday morning. Let me know if you're part of that music little fun time. Because I think the song request she made was probably at the end. But I literally played every single fucking song request that came in, and then I got taken off
Thank you, Mr.
YouTube.
Snort. Thank you for being a supporter at the Cash Cow level for a month. GoFundMe for Maisie's $5. The Fatty Boom Boom video has blackface, but go off. Yeah, I don't know if he was playing videos or I know nothing about what happened. All I know is
he should never do it again.
Yeah. By the way, 1 is banned in the chat. You're not able to type 1, just so you know. You guys you gotta chill. It's a bannable offense.
Tech, just admit, says Bumblebee, you might have made a mistake and apologize. It is possible it happened. Weren't you drinking? He was drinking. I was drinking.
So like you said that you did the stream to make extra money. Like, what do you need this extra money for? Like, you live with Jaffe.
Oh, you.
Well, I don't pay for all his shit.
I need it for Wings of Redemption and for David Jaffe. What do you mean?
What do you need? What have you bought for me?
What do you mean? Okay, tell me this.
I've done nothing but offer you money.
I know, but let's explore this world real quick. We have Wings Redemption and David Jaffe on a show in the LCU, right? If it is not in a top 10 show position, I imagine by next month, there's going to be some issues. We've already seen Keem crash out over less, all right? And, there was kind of this detractor against Crip thing going on for the past fucking week, whether it was just about me or it was about Wings or it was about David Jaffe only getting 60 views concurrent on his own live stream.
There is no.
I just want to up our numbers.
So you think getting drunk and playing music was going to fix all that?
I had a fun time. That's one part of it.
That's
different. But also, I want the numbers to be higher because I don't want fucking, the viewer to come in like the Watcher from the Marvel Universe and say, I'm not supposed to interfere, but look at me interfere for the 10,000th time in the universe. Isn't that a weird trope about the Watcher?
Wait a minute. Is that what he's referencing? I thought he was just now I'm just a Watcher. That's so. Look, I gotta give Keemstar props if he's actually doing deep lore Marvel. I didn't know he had that in him. I thought he was too.
I may be giving him more credit than is due. But you've seen, the Watcher, right? Historically, they're not supposed to interact with the universe. But how many fucking times have we seen the Watcher actually step in and interact with the fucking universe? Going against this whole creed or whatever. It happens. Yeah. I think that's what he's doing. He's like, I'm the viewer, but look at me do everything I fucking can to interact with the universe.
Right. He doesn't call himself the Watcher. He calls himself the viewer.
Yeah.
Okay, that's right. I thought it was like the Watcher. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
El Diablo says hashtag handle it. Well, I don't know what to tell you. What I can tell you is missiles have been fired at Dubai in the time we've been having this conversation.
For real?
Vessels have been attacked in the Strait of Hormuz. Trump's a delight, isn't he?
Did Trump shoot missiles at Dubai? Because I assumed Iran
did that.
No,
I assume it was Iran, but this all started because of, Trump for some reason going into Iran, which nobody seems to really understand why it happened. But hey, at least gas is cheap. Yeet, thank you for the super chat. Die Atwood are horrible people. What is Die Atwood?
That's the song, the band that Maisie wanted us to play.
If you can't donate $5 and don't do it, crazy work to groan over something that's stupid. Well, I won't agree with that, though. I won't agree with that. I think if you offer a service, whether it's $1,000 or 5 cents, the very nature of hanging out a shingle and saying, I'll do this for you if you do this for me, and then you don't do it, I don't think it's a valid excuse to say, well, I didn't do it, but it wasn't that much money anyway. I'm not a fan of that. I don't agree with you. I love you, Yeet, but I don't agree with that philosophy. Welcome to Cash Cow, Mountain X M5N. We appreciate it, buddy. We appreciate it very, very much, man.
I guess this does defeat Trump's whole talking point.
Why? What happened?
Gemini says, as early May 2026, Iran has launched a sustained campaign of ballistic missiles and drones targeting UAE, and including Dubai and Abu Dhabi, causing fires at critical infrastructure, port disruptions, and flight suspensions. Basically, they had a multi-tiered missile attack against multiple targets, including U.S. ships. Like one of the U.S. Navy ships have been hit during this targeting. So Trump said, what does Iran have to fight us with? We've killed everything. You've killed everything on the surface, man. They live in a desert mountain terrain. They probably got tons and tons of vehicles and missiles inside of the mountains. They're an oil country. They got to have weapons, right?
Oh, yeah. Jeff, your thoughts? Jeff, you got one guy, but he doesn't want to get the one guy from this one guy.
No. I don't know what else to say about. I think.
At Moon Bunny, I super chatted $10. Here's money for the bunker when Trump thinks the red button is to order McDonald's.
Exactly.
Dude, that's the camera angle you should always use. That's a good camera angle.
Yeah, but then you can see my fucking snacks on the side of the thing, like my fruit cup. And
we're not aware that you don't
bedroom.
have snacks.
You don't like the fake ass bedroom angle? I like the fake ass bedroom angle. Also, you can see my balding
it looks
head.
Stupid as hell.
No, I think if you're going to do a background that's obviously a background. The fact that you're trying to convince people, because then you make people go, what? Let's put it this way. Why the fuck would you want to live and broadcast from a bedroom that looked like that? It looks like some lady bedroom that, is a guest room in some house or something.
It's
It's just
nice.
benign.
It's nice.
I think that's your dream. That's your dream little bedroom.
Nice little bedroom guy.
Give us $20. He'll change the background to whatever you want.
Here's what I'm upset about, Davey. He hasn't got a mat on that fucking hardwood floor there. He's going to put his 400-pound ass all in that chair, and it's going to just dig into your flooring.
Me? Yeah. I'm tearing up this wood. Don't you forget it.
Get you a fucking $40 mat. You want to complain about us needing more money? You need to go to fucking Office Depot and get you a mat to put that chair on.
Nah, this hardwood is my opponent.
Wow. Okay.
You can't just say okay and then go silent.
Well, no, what I was gonna say though about the attack and everything is just I don't mind people going, this is a liberal show, or Jordy and I are liberals or whatever, because we are, and proud of it, proud progressive here. But I'm not going to convince anyone, and all I'm going to do if I have a comment on this attack is just to rail at Trump. And to what end? No one's going to change their minds. If you're still with Donald Trump after everything that's happened, I mean, thank you for being honest. At least it lets us know who to avoid in our lives. Because it's not like even the people that I could kind of go, okay, for whatever reason, and I get it, a lot of people are struggling financially. As much as I don't agree with Trump morally, I can't afford to feed my family. Okay, I can understand that. But that clearly wasn't true, that he was going to bring prices down. So what is it? The only thing left to assume is you've got a light.
I super chatted $10. Tech looks like he lives in the spare bedroom of the Golden Girls.
I do.
Blanche, get in here.
And then Yeet with 5 gifted members, Jaffe.
Thank you, Yeet. We appreciate it very, very much. Thank you, buddy.
Here's a fun Blanche fact. Blanche was supposed to be 41 on the Golden Girls. That is a rough 41. That's a hard 41. Yes,
they're all younger than I am. All of them, except maybe Estelle Getty. I don't know if Estelle Getty, but maybe. But look, I'm just saying, I don't know. That's why I was like struggling with what to say. I'm not with Democrats either, Mikey, 2 times. No one's got to, I'm not trying to convince you to vote for Chuck Schumer. I'm just saying that, Trump's made himself very clear. And if you're still with that, I can't imagine there's anything you would say that would make me go, okay, I get that.
Yeah.
So anyway,
here's the whole thing I don't understand about this whole thing. Granted, why did we attack Iran to begin with? We're Netanyahu's bitch. That's the only answer I can come against with that. But all right, so like then they blocked the Strait of Hormuz, and then the United States' thing is like, okay, we're just going to block your blockage, so even you can't get out the Strait of Hormuz. It's not like Iran can't just take trucks and drive these places to its customers with its oil. It's just going to cost them a little bit more money, right? You're not really hurting Iran in the long term for long periods of time, shutting the strait down. The strait being shut down hurts America and other countries that buy this oil, or other more so than anything else. I just think Trump needs to like lick his wounds and be like, look, we're pulling out. Please reopen the strait again. But they won't do that because for some reason they're afraid of this nuclear weapon. Like North Korea has a nuke. Russia has a nuke. Russia has a nuke and is currently losing a war. Pakistan has nukes. It's like there's so many countries in this world that has nukes. Why does Iran got to be the one that's like, these are the boogeymans. These are the worst of the worst. Never should have it.
Well, maybe because they, okay, they actively talk about like the death to America. We will destroy the infidels. We will fucking kill them. And they're not just like, a toy nation like North Korea. Because North Korea does the same thing. But, Iran's a real nation. Or Iran's a real fucking government that has an established history. And they will more than likely commit to the bit. They will go to the edge to do something.
They won't. Here's why they won't. They might,
I don't know.
if they ever used a nuclear weapon, because nuclear weapons aren't weapons, they're shields, right? Meaning people have them to protect themselves against other countries that have nuclear weapons. That's why you want a nuke. But if they were ever stupid enough to be like, fuck Macedonia, I'm nuking Macedonia. Guess what? You have the entire world coming on you at that point. You have the United Kingdom, you have all of NATO, because everybody's going to fuck you up.
Maybe.
What do you disagree with what I'm saying?
I think your logic, the whole mutual assured self-destruction or whatever it's called, I agree. I understand that logic, and I think you're probably right that holds. But at the same time, I don't know if one rogue nuke is going to start World War III. I think if suddenly Iran is just launching nukes all over the place, you're absolutely right. I think if Iran is able to smuggle out a briefcase nuke into New York City, and you don't quite know if it was Iran or not, I don't know if you're going to suddenly have World War III overnight. So I'm not entirely sure if that holds anymore. But regardless, though, the Israel thing is interesting because if the idea that Netanyahu controls all these strings, you have to ask yourself if that's true, and I'm sure there is a lot of truth there, and I can't stand Netanyahu. Why is that? Is it because there are people in America that literally believe in revelations and feel that Israel and Armageddon are keys to bringing Jesus back? Because there are people that believe that, and they are in the administrations. Or is it something else? Because if it's something else and it's like, okay, well, why don't we just go to Israel and say, you know what? You're small. We're going to annex you. Fuck Greenland. We're going to take Israel. We're going to have America is going to have a state in the Middle East, and then fuck with us, fuck with America, launch missiles into Tel Aviv, but it's no longer Tel Aviv, Israel.
Republicans, though, Dave.
No, wait a minute. What I'm saying, wait a minute. I'm not saying that morally it's the right thing to do. What I'm saying is that if
That Julia Woodwinds super chatted $10, bringing this full circle. Do you think Disney is cool with Trump's image of him holding a baby Yoda just posted to the White House Facebook page?
I haven't seen it, but probably not. But Disney, so far Disney hasn't fired Jimmy Kimmel, which they shouldn't. So hopefully they will push back on this as well. But I haven't seen it yet. So maybe Tech will bring it up.
2 points for Israel. It could be a mixture of both. It's the religious aspect of a lot of the people that vote in the United States. And 2, it gives the United States an ally that has a deep water port in the Middle East for air bases, ports, things of that nature. There's a lot of advantage of having Israel as an ally that's willing to give us space to put bases and put our ships in, and maybe even extract oil out of the Middle East from Israel.
Right. I agree with the value of Israel as a strategic ally. I'm just saying that at this point, because it creates so much problems, why don't we just go over and say, look, we're going to keep protecting you and funding you, but we're going to do it as a member of the United States. Because
in the history of the United States, we've always tried to do it with diplomacy. Like we'll give you something, you give us something. And I think if we want to continue giving Israel the level of weapons that they get and the level of money that they just get from the United States, I feel like one of the things that should change is they should change how they vote people in, because Netanyahu should not be like a dictator that's been there for 50 plus years, right? It should be
he should be in jail.
Every 4 years, they should be able to vote somebody new into office and get new leadership in, because this Iran shit, this has been stemming since I've been alive.
Oh yeah,
and it's like
me too.
It's just an old ass fucking grudge that Netanyahu has with Iran and the leadership of Iran, and it's gone multiple Ayatollahs at this point. And it's like, if you voted a new person in and had a new government, new ideas, fresh ideas, we might not be in this war right now. People might not be paying $5 a gallon for gas, or like
$5. I wish I was paying $5. Not that I drive anymore, but
yeah,
I bet Jaffe was happy when Roseanne was fired. Then you would lose your money on the bet, you moron. This is the problem with your fucking side. I am an absolutionist when it comes to free speech and free expression. Roseanne should not have been fired. And Gina Carano should not have been fired. Do I agree with what they said? No. But you know what? I don't have to agree with what you say to allow you to live in the country free, just like I'm allowed.
Are you an absolutionist?
When it comes to free speech and speech, yes. No, I don't mean
Would you let teachers in school make fun of gay kids because they don't like the gays?
Well, it depends.
Like to their face, like, you're gay, what a loser.
Wait a minute. Public or private school?
Both. Tell me your
Well,
opinion on both.
okay. Well, public school, I would absolutely not,
Oh, so
because it's
the government doesn't get free speech.
The government gets free speech, but we pay for it with our taxes when it comes to schools. So I would, but if you're saying a private school, sure. Is the N word acceptable? Of course it's not acceptable, but it shouldn't be illegal to say it.
What are we showing, Wings?
I'm sure somebody said I was laughable that said Russia is currently losing a war to Ukraine. Because Russia has lost 270,000 people to drone strikes as of May 4th, 2026.
No, they've lost 270,000 drones.
Drones, I'm sorry. But they've lost over 100,000 people of casualties. Well, actually, we're here. Russia is roughly losing 50,000 troops per month while recruiting only 35 to 45,000 people. Like, they're losing 50,000 men a month to the war in Ukraine. That's a huge fucking number. If we ever lost that amount of people in the United States to a war, that war would be annexed almost instantly. People would rebel in the United States if we lost that number of people.
Yeah.
Right? Then you lost 12,000 tanks, 24,000.
Well, that was LolCow Crypt. I would love to say longer, but I can't because my show's up next. So I
see, Jelly, you're absolutely wrong. In America, free
Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Check out Jaffe on his socials or something, and Wings. I don't fucking know if we can do that shit. I don't even care. All right, goodbye, everybody. I don't even care. All right, goodbye.